Hello, party people. Oh my god, I'm so self-conscious about my hair, about having headphone hair. I think that's okay. Hello, party people. Welcome back to another wonderful stream. Today's stream is gonna be a little wacky. We might get a little wacky with it. We're playing the Dolls. That's right. I'm stealing Northern Lion shtick. Nothing is original. I have no shame. We're just gonna do. Who knows how many dolls we're gonna do? Look at how many dolls there are, man. We could do this. Could we do all 700 plus dolls? 720 dolls as promised? Probably not, but we'll try our damn best. Dylan's handle says LFG. Let's flippin' go! I'm whispering because I'm self-conscious and I don't want everyone I live around in the fucking sardine can that is New York to hear me. Anyway, let's just get started with it, y'all. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes and randomly click a doll. It didn't work. Naruto doll. All right, we're gonna play Naruto doll, y'all. Guess Naruto. I mean, my Naruto knowledge is very limited. I used to watch Naruto. I guess let's just do classic Naruto. We gotta zoom in too. Look at how small this is, bro. My Naruto knowledge is very limited. I watched the original Naruto. Esos 8920 says first time watching you live. Happy to see you. Welcome to the stream, Esos 8920. Love your username. I love everyone's username. Let's really just get out of the way. But Dylan's handle, great username. But eSauce8920 just makes me think about, sauce is such a physical thing. It's something you put on a sandwich. What is an electronic sauce? Who knows? But anyway, glad you're here, eSauce8920. Hope you're having a beautiful Saturday night or Saturday or Sunday, whatever time zone you're in. Yeah, we're gonna try and guess a Naruto character. As I was saying, wait, is it Naruto? It's not male. He might be from. My screen is going black. Konoha. I don't know what that is. He might know ninjutsu or taijutsu. He's not a nature guy. Oh my god, my HDMI cable, bro. And he debuted past the prologue. See, I watched. Dead Paradise says, "OMG, it's Mr. Introverted Madness. Welcome to stream, Dead Paradise." Sakla says, "I was relying on you taking a couple minutes to start the stream. I missed the beginning." That's okay, Sockless. You didn't really miss much. All I said was that we're doing the dolls. I closed my eyes and picked a doll. Don't worry. I mean, the streams are recorded, so you can just go back in time and watch it. I always feel weird. I don't know when to start the stream. It's like, if I start early, people will miss the beginning of the stream. If I start late, then everyone's like, why the fuck are you late? You know what I mean? I'm not a tardy guy. I feel it's not in my nature to be tardy. Although, I am tardy sometimes, but, Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Esau says, yeah, it's 1 a.m. here, haha. Salute to you, Esauce. Thank you for joining. We will be going back to 12 p.m. Eastern streams next week, so that'll be 8 hours earlier for you, which won't be the middle of the night. Cat Sims 45 says he's too punctual. That's right, yes, Dead Paradise has same. I know, it's because I don't know any other characters that didn't debut past. Like, the only other characters I know, what is his name? Gaara. Oh, it's not Gaara because he's male, bro. What am I? But he does know Jinchuriki. I don't know what that means though. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, next week I'll start earlier. I'm sorry, I'm too punctual. I don't know whether to be punctual or late. I guess the perfect thing to do would be for me to start at 8 a.m. sharp or 8 p.m. sharp. Unfortunately, my little clock, I don't know if you can see it, my little clock, I'm pretty sure I have this clock as 1 minute early too, because all my clocks are set to like slightly early so that I'm never late. That's how neurotic I am. Dead Bear says it's 1 a.m. for me too. Europe homies. Once Gazelle says was watching LA Metro and HSR updates. I don't know what that is, bro. LA Metro. Oh, LA Metro. HS. I don't know what HSR means. Cast from Live says, what are we doing today? We're playing the dolls. We're just going to get through as many dolls as possible. So, right now I'm doing Naruto doll. As I was saying, the only Naruto I watched up to was basically up to the Chunin exams, and then like when Sasuke betrayed everyone. That's about when I stopped like super following Naruto. I think I watched one Naruto movie, and all of this was watched like very bootleg, through like very sketchy websites and partially on YouTube back when YouTube didn't crack down as hard on illegal footage, I guess. And then I watched like a little bit of Naruto Shippuden. I watched when like Gaara was fighting some guy at the beginning of Naruto Shippuden, and that's it. That's all my Naruto knowledge. So as you can tell, we're gonna have a really hard time figuring out what character we have on Naruto. Like, what's Toby, right? Toby's a guy. Is it Toby? Doesn't Toby have a mask, bro? Who's the guy with the mask? Toby Rama Shenju? Oh wait, it's a female, bro. I keep picking a male when it's a female. I'm being very sexist in my Naruto choices. Catching45 says I also set my clocks early. I remember like Tom Coughlin, he was like this football coach. He was like, if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. Has traumatized me. I never know like when to be early or late for a lot of things. Obviously, if it's something important, like a work-related thing, I will be early. But with friends, I never know if I should be early or like, what's the word? Like coolly late. It's not coolly, casually late or something. Just to let everyone know, like, hey, it's not that serious. Esauce8920 says, you just made me remember a repressed memory. I used to set my clocks 5 minutes early as an experiment in 9th grade. It was pretty useful, TBH. Yeah, man. What if the world set all their clocks 5 minutes early? You know what I mean? Then it'd be like everyone's got to set their clocks 10 minutes early. Then everyone will slowly get fucked. Then we all just... Then what is even time then? You know what I mean? I guess that's why it's important to have everyone's time synchronized so that we could have a successful, successful coordination of events. But being late is scary, man. Being late is scary. I don't even know like any other Naruto characters to mention. I guess I could cheat and just type like names and just pick random people, but that feels like cheating. I'm gonna pick Hinata because that's the only other female Naruto character I know. We have one more guess. We know that they're female. Their Keki Genkai is none. I have no idea what that means. And their attributes are Jinchuriki. I also don't know what that means. And they debuted very late. This female character debuted very late in the Naruto series. What if I type woman? Will there be any character? No. No characters found for woman. Sockless is fashionably late. That is exactly the word I was looking for. Yeah, I never know with my friends if I should be fashionably late. It's like with friends, it's like your friends should be chill with you. So they should be the people that most allow you to be late. Well, then also your friends are like the people, ideally, you have chosen to be closest to you. You know what I mean? So ideally, you should respect them the most and not show up late. You know what I mean? Like, if you show up late to, like, a work thing, they're just work people who are kind of strangers, you know what I mean? But if you show up late to a friend thing, that's kind of insulting to your friend because, like, they're your friend, you know what I mean? But with family, you definitely got to be early, bro. You can't be late to a family event. That's insane. Casson405 says, did you have another interview? How's that going? I did not have another interview, but I have to I was mentioning in the Discord I had an interview. I passed that interview. I'm moving on to the next interview. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the people who are interviewing me haven't found my YouTube channel and are watching it, but I doubt that, dude. I doubt that they would watch 5 minutes into a fucking stream, dude. Like I don't think they're doing that deep of research. And if they are, I don't know. I would assume they have better things to do. Oh my god, could it be... Oh, dude, I thought we were going to be right, dude. We got so many things right here. Oh, we could keep going, bro? We could keep going? We could keep going. I mean, I literally don't know who this character is. I don't know any Naruto information, so I'm just gonna look for female characters. But we got a lot of things correct there. Could it be Rin Nohara? No, it's not Rin Nohara. Captain Swarmov says, yeah, shit got really weird before the prime meridian and time zones. Trains were crashing because time was wrong. That's crazy. I don't know how I feel about daylight savings time. I'm either, I feel like I used to be against daylight savings time. Daylight savings time. I used to be against daylight savings time. Now I feel like I might be pro daylight savings time. Whatever it is though, I think like we gotta not move the clocks back an hour or not an hour, because like I feel like I'm literally just scrolling for female characters now to pick. But anyway, like apparently, like switching the clocks for like daylight savings causes like a bunch of crashes, bro, which is like it's not good, dude. I'm not gonna get this. Can they just tell me who the character is? Are they literally just gonna make me guess forever until I guess the character? Because I'm not gonna know it, bro. I don't have Naruto knowledge. See, I thought this was a female because Sugetsu Hozuku looked a little female. I was wrong, though. We got his nature type, though. Water and wind. It's a female from Konoha Uchiho. They know ninjutsu. Their Keki Genkai is none. Their nature type is water and wind. Their attributes are Jinchuriki. And that's it. That's all we did. And they debut arc was none of these. Can we... I mean, seriously. I'm literally just going to start typing all the characters, bro. Could it be Tsunade? Nope. Could it be Temari? I feel like we should give up, but then I would also feel like I'm like failing if I give up. I feel like we have to push through until we find the character just by brute forcing all the possible characters. The data is up until the end of Naruto Shippuden. Could it be this person? Nope. 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 Is this a female? Nope. They're literally just gonna let me brute force this. This seems like not Oh, did we get it, bro? Let's go! I guessed Kushina Uzumaki. I'm the 6,320th person to find the character today. Only took me 20 tries, bro. What are my stats? No stats. Dead Paradise says, it still blows my mind that China uses one time zone, LOL. That is funny. How big is China? Seems too big for that, bro. China uses one time zone? China looks about as wide as America, bro. So China's using it. Yeah, that'd be like if New York had the same time zone as frickin' Utah. That does seem a little crazy. So what, the sun just sets at like 9 p.m. or 4 p.m. depending on where you are? I'm not going to guess the Jutsu. I'm sorry. We started off with the wrong dole. We got to pick something a little more our speed. But you know what? Let's keep going with a random dole. I'm closing my eyes, clicking a random dole. Shikaku of the day. What the hell is this, bro? Shikaku of the day. New game, Word Waver. I'm not going to play Word Waver. How to play. Divide the grid into rectangles and squares. Every shape must contain exactly one number, and its area must match that number. Divide the grid into rectangles and squares. Every shape must contain exactly one number, and its area must match that number. Oh. Do we have to, like, use the whole thing? This is pretty interesting. All right. 4. I feel like this is... Wait, but everything has to be a rectangle and square, so we can't have any weird shapes. Dead Paradise says is all Beijing time, baby. So everything... That is funny because, like, it doesn't, like, the western... Is it west? Yeah, the western part of China it's like has no one, or is much less populated than the eastern part, right? So it's very, I guess China is very biased towards Beijing time, which is kind of funny. Oh wait, no, this is 4. Dude, this is kind of easy, bro. This was easy. New record. All right, that was pretty easy. That wasn't as difficult as the Naruto guesser. One Skills of All says there's a site that lets you compare country sizes since flat projections distort sizes. Site that lets you compare country sizes since flat projections distort sizes. True size of. Alright. United States. I see. Let's see. Oh, so China really is about the same size. That is funny that, yeah, so that is funny that, so basically, imagine if Los Angeles and New York had the same time zone. That's actually kind of fucking crazy. But I guess not too many people are living in Xinjiang, right? Like, what's the most populous city of Xinjiang? Most populous city, Xinjiang. Then again, China does have a ton of people in it. Watch Xinjiang have a city with like fucking 20 million people or something. It's got a city of 4 million people, bro. I'm pretty sure that would be like the 3rd biggest city in the United States. Cities in America by size, by population, is bigger than Los Angeles, bro. That's crazy. China's population really is crazy. This city I've never fucking heard of has a population of 4 million. It'd be the fucking 2nd biggest city in America, bro. And they're just like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. You're on Beijing time. So actually that makes you want to wonder, what is the sunset? What's the sunset in here, bro? Cast in Storm 5 says, Introvert Madness does stuff on the internet to stream. I'm here for it. That's right. I said this stream's gonna get weird. I was feeling like, playing video games. I love playing video games, but I feel like it was getting a little stale. I play the same video games every week. I will buy Hitman at some point, so we'll mix it up. I do have other video games in my Steam library that I haven't played, which I guess I could play, like fucking Hollow Knight and Kerbal Space Program and Hades 1. But I was like, what'd be fun? Just fucking doing shit on the internet, bro. What time is it? Also, fuck the AI overview, even though I used the AI overview last time. The sunset is 9:52 p.m. in Urumqi. And then the sunset's a normal time in Beijing. Although the sunrise is 4:45 a.m. That is a little crazy. They really should have different times. Why doesn't China have different time zones, bro? I bet it's some kind of fucking Mao Zedong was like, we need everyone to be united. Communism means everyone has to be united in their fucking I don't know, time zones. Chessel. Guess the opening sequence are both white and black. What? You have 6 guesses. Example. Green on N3 means that NF3 was played on that specific move. White on move 2. Yellow on D4 means D4 was indeed played, but not at that specific spot. White on move 1. What? Gray on D5 means that D5 was not played by either white or black. I see. Normal move or expert mode? Normal mode, I guess. New. Try the different matching types. Dead Paradise says... Oh, Dead Paradise just says... just double... does the Reddit thing. So much this. Catsim says you should do the Wikipedia game. That would be fun. I do love the Wikipedia game. I guess we'll do that right after this. Although the Wikipedia game website seems to be pretty slow. But we'll try it. Alright, I mean... What could it be, bro? I mean, isn't this like the standard opening, bro? How am I supposed to guess from like... Oh, Bro, I didn't mean to do that, bro. I meant to do this. A classic Queen's Gambit? I don't know what's like a good defense for the Queen's Gambit. Maybe like this, bro. And then you get gambited. And then... I don't know. Then maybe they take your thing, right? Oh, it was D4? Alright. D4 and C4 was right. Oh, so it was the Queen's Gambit, bro. All right. So if it was the Queen's Gambit, what's like another opening? They wouldn't do this, right? What isn't there like a weird opening that's like this or something? Although that seems unlikely. Why would they do that, bro? Maybe they did this, bro. That's like a crazy opening. Then they did do this, C4. They did play NF6, but it wasn't right there. Oh, maybe they played NF6 first. Anyway, what would they do here? I don't fucking know. Maybe they do this, bro. Then I don't fucking know. Maybe they would do this, and then they would NF6 that shit, bro. I don't know my chess notation. NF3 was right there. Oh, so NF3, NF3, NF3. Oh, so I got all of White's moves correct. I just need to figure out what Black's moves are. So they did this, and then Black did NF6. Dude, I got this game is easy, bro. I thought I was gonna get fucked up on this game. What would I do if I was Black here? I don't know, bro. but White did do that, and then they didn't do NC6. What'd I do if I was Black? They did play. Did they play N? Oh no, they played NF6, bro, not NF. Wait, what? NF6. Oh, okay, that's right. They didn't play NC6. I don't fucking know what they would do here. Maybe they would do this. Isn't this like a weird fucking move that they do in chess sometimes? And then NF3. And then I don't fucking know. Maybe they would fucking take this, bro. KDog8658 says nice jazz. I don't even know what that means because I'm not playing any jazz. It's just me. It's just my voice raw dogging this game right now. But I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate the nice compliment. All right. Once Skills of All says link Discord in description again. You forgot to last time. Oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. One Skills of All. I think I did link the disc. I updated the description to link the Discord in the last video. Also, yes, if you want to join everyone, if you want to join the Discord, there's a Discord. You can go watch. You can go click on last week's stream or the stream before last week. There should be a link there. I will also link it in the description after this video. And at some point, I'll add it to a more obvious place, probably on my YouTube homepage, so you don't have to. So it's not buried underneath everything. But yeah. Dead Paradise says, by the way, the Spanish dictator guy changed the time zone to German time in 1940 to impress Hitler. That's crazy. Now we got to go back to the map. What was it? Site that lets you compare country sizes since flat productions distort size. Spain and Germany. I mean, that's not so crazy, right? Because that would be like New York to Ohio. So that's like a 2-hour time zone. Although, like, isn't it also... Well, I guess there's not really time zones horizontally, right? It's only vertically. But also Spain's closer to the equator, right? So they'd have more... they have more light. That's crazy, you know. That's crazy bootlicking, though. Dead Paradise says, another cute factoid for you guys. I love the cute factoids. Keep them coming. As we fucking try to figure out what the fuck is... How the fuck, the Chessel works, bro. Cassius Formoff says, oh yeah, I just saw a meme on that somewhere. Dead. I did not see that meme, although it sounds like it's going platinum in the Discord. KDog8658 says chaotic hair on live is a power move. Thank you, I appreciate it. I could get even more chaotic, bro. We could get even crazier with it and use the fucking headphones to make it really crazy. I'm gonna wait to see if it catches up. It's a little crazier. It's not so crazy. It was crazy before uncrazied it. Hold on. Let me make it super crazy. Now it's crazy, bro. Who cares? I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy on the internet, bro. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're all gonna die one day. I was, I've been very slowly but surely making my way through Meditations, which is funny because Meditations is not a long book. You know what I mean? I feel like I should have finished it by now, but I've been slowly but surely making my way through it, and he talks a lot about death and how life is meaningless because we're all gonna die one day, and like everyone whose praise you seek, they're all gonna be dust one day, and you're gonna be dust one day, and so doesn't matter, and you should stop caring so much about everything like a little bitch. Also, go back. I think maybe what they would do here is try to make an opening for one of their bishops, right? So maybe this. Would they do a G5? A G5 into this, bro? Although this makes... I feel like this is really bad for black. Oh my god, I can't guess what black's moves are, bro. Esauce8920 says, Discord invite in last stream's description is invalid, bro? That's crazy. I thought I had it set for infinite time, bro. I will update for the invite. I'm sorry. I will do that right after the stream ends. I'm sorry, but I thought I had that shit set for permanent, bro. I guess maybe the invites expire. I didn't realize they expire though. Cassins for Life says the U.S. is so massive, and E6. E6 is alright. I'm gonna try E6. The U.S. is very massive. We just had to do it to those Native Americans, unfortunately. Feel bad. Feels a bad man. One skills also says frowning friends ideology. I feel like nihilism can be freeing. You know what I mean? There's like bad nihilism where you're like, oh, nothing matters. I'm just gonna die. So like I would just fucking sit in my room and eat Cheetos all day and do nothing. Then there's also nothing matters where it's like, oh, nothing matters. I can just, like, do, like, my hair can be stupid on stream. No one cares. I don't need to be so self-conscious. You were right. It was E6. I'm a bad chess player. I was thinking they would do, isn't this, like, a weird move on the flank? Like the Sicilian defense or something? Where you move on the flank? Yeah, the Sicilian defense, bro. It's one of the most popular responses to E4. You're like, you're gonna E4 me? Fucking think about this, bitch. Yeah, okay, we're close. We just have to pick out black's last move. So we got this. They're like, oh yeah, Queen's Gambit. This, bitch. They're like, oh yeah. What if I fucking did this? I decline your Queen's Gambit, bitch. And then they said, okay, yeah. What if I fucking put my horse out here to defend my center? And then, what would black do here? I guess they wouldn't move their bishop out. What would they do? Maybe they would do this, bro. Get ready to fucking battle over the center. We did it. Oh, no, we didn't do it, bro. God damn, what was the last move? B6? Queen's Indian defense. What's B6, bro? That move, bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. This is why I'm bad at chess. Because I'm doing all the normie moves. Meanwhile, they're literally playing fucking 4D chess here. They're like, I'm gonna fucking go B6. What does B6 do, bro? I guess it gives you an opening for your bishop to come out and attack that fucking gambited pawn. But I'm too fucking stupid to realize that. B6 increases black's control over the central light squares E5 and D5 by preparing fianchetto, bro. Oh my god, there's so many chesses, crazy, bro. Fianchetto, bro. Is the pattern development where a bishop is developed to the second rank of the adjacent B or G file, the knight pawn having been moved 2 squares forward. This shit is crazy, bro. Chess is crazy, bro. Chess lore is truly crazy. I feel like chess is interesting. You know, maybe I've been trying to quit Reddit. Maybe I just got to get really into chess. This seems like the type of weird shit that could give you a dopamine hit. But not in a fucking disgusting way like Reddit. Hypermodernism is a school of chess that emerged after World War I. It featured challenges to the chess ideas of Central European masters, including Wilhelm Steinz's approach to the centre and rules established by Sigbert Tarrasch. The ground principle of hypermodernism is the idea that one should control the center of a chessboard indirectly with pieces, rather than occupying that area with pawns. Fascinating. Alright, let's play the wiki game. KDog8658 says, I love being early. Well, that's very ironic for you to say, KDog8658, because everyone else felt like they were super late when they were like 2 minutes late to stream. Alright, hold on, I gotta lock in. I gotta go to the library in 36 seconds. Let's go to book. Intellectual property. We can go to book. People intellectually propertize books, bro. Morality. Copyright infringement. Book. Bro. You wouldn't download a car. Alright, we're not gonna find it, bro. Oh, wait. Pirated movies. No, that's not it. Alright. KDog8658 says, W friends, I invite them over and clear my day so as to be forgiving of their time management, LOL. You invite your friends over and clear your day so to be forgiving of their time management. Oh, yeah, that's very kind of you, bro. I feel like, yeah, I mean, if you're hanging out with friends... Oh, my God, we started at racism, bro? What a fucking... What a downer of a thing to start with. And we have to get to South America. I feel like South America might be on this page, bro. The Americas. Fucking South America, right? Yeah, I feel like it's good to, when you hang out with friends, it's good to not put too much time pressure on them. Like, if my friend calls me and I don't pick up, it's like I'll call them back like 30 minutes later. Because if we had been on the phone for 30 minutes, I would have had that time cleared anyway. So I was like, I might as well just clear time for them. South America has to be here, bro. Spain, Portugal, France, British. Also, we are not going to use... Oh my God, we lost, bro, to everyone else. We're not going to use Control F because that's cheating, bro. It's in South America, bro. How could we not have found South America by now? Peru. It's a country in South America. Let's go. Cats45 says, I love the song Important by Ian McConnell. That's the right kind of nihilism. Alright, we gotta add to the list. Or drop it in the recommendations in the Discord. Important. By Ian McConnell. And we'll look that up. Once Gazelle says, my 5th grade teacher forced us to watch a documentary on Magnus Carlsen after doing final exams. A documentary on Magnus Carlsen? I feel like even Magnus Carlsen would admit that he's not that important enough to get a fucking documentary on. Like, no offense to fucking chess, but it's just a game, you know what I mean? I mean, we were talking in the Discord all week about how, like, how sports is silly. Chess is just a sport, you know what I mean? KDog415 says, the blind one. I forget. I don't even know what that means. You have a blind friend? The Discord link is not allowed by the Automod. I'm sorry. I'll send it in the chat. Or, you know, if you give me like 2 seconds after I do this, I will add the Discord link to the description of the video. We got to get to the bubonic plague, bro. So we got to get to Europe. So let's just go to like an animal, an organism. What's an example of an organism? Basil, bro. Basil's in Western cuisine. The Western cuisine was in Europe. History of Europe. bubonic plague. History. When was the bubonic? It was right here, right? It's got to be here. The bubonic plague, or was it here? The early modern period. It was before the Renaissance. The bubonic plague, the Black Death, the bubonic plague, the Black Death, bubonic plague. First place. Let's fucking go. KDog865. If it's outside plans, don't be late. So true. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Alright, we're going to do just chatting. Just going to look at my face. Actually, I guess... No, we're going to do just chatting so I can open the Discord without fucking accidentally showing my social security information on screen. Once Caval says Discord link code is random characters. Alright, I'm sending the Discord link. Discord. Wait. Introverted badness. Invite to server. Set this link to never expire. See, I thought I did that last time, bro. But maybe I didn't. Alright, I'm updating the description of the video. Can I do that live? I'm actually not sure if I can do that live, bro. Deep boop bop. Sakla says, when I stress out, I'll listen to Your Life Doesn't Count, which is a song from Cartoon Network show. It's also the right kind of nihilism. All right, I'm adding it to my fucking clipboard, bro. All right. Your life doesn't count. They're gonna find this and be like, this guy is psychotic. He wrote down important, and then your life doesn't count. Those things are like opposites, bro. I don't think I can actually edit the description of the video while... Oh, no, I can, bro. Stream settings, edit. Discord. Alright, I believe I have added it to the description. So if you click that, if you refresh the page maybe, and go to the description, I believe maybe you can see that. Once ago, also, they have that on Cartoon Network. They're trying to induce a kid's first existential crisis. K-Dog says, 865 says, I feel like I'm off time here or something. Oh shit, LMAO. I was 20 minutes backwards. That's okay, K-Dog 8658. You were just watching the VOD. That's fine. I knew exactly what you were talking about too. If you maybe fast forward 5 minutes back now, you'll see me responding to everything you were saying. List of Indo-European languages. Alright, we have to go to Europe, bro. I gotta lock in because I have 60 seconds. Egypt. Which was part of the Roman Empire at some point. Right? Turkey, which is kind of in Europe. Oh, wait, isn't Turkish an Indo-European language, bro? Turkic languages? Indo-European languages. Proto-Turkic language. Bullish engulfing. 2619 says Argentina. Let's go Argentina. Messi, yes, Messi. We can do this one. This one's easy. Dead Perry says Intromat is so dedicated to the list of recommendations. LOL. Yeah, it's ever growing and ever getting harder to ever complete. You know, I've been meaning to watch the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things since they came out, and they came out at literally January 1st of this year, and I still have not found the time to fucking watch that shit, bro. But we gotta do that shit at some point. We gotta do that shit. Laws, bro. How can we get to the Supreme Court? Legal culture. Legal culture. Western legal culture. Let's go. Legal systems of the world. United States. The United States is not on this fucking list, bro. United States. Laws of the United States. The Supreme Court of the United States. Current members, please. Boom. Too easy, bro. The parrot says it's so cute. One Skills of All says cutesy pie intruded. Thank you for gassing me up. I appreciate it. Everyone, please remember that my mom and Dead Paradise both think I'm very cute and handsome. All right, let's go back to the dulls, y'all. I'm gonna close my eyes again. Scroll. We're picking a random dull. It didn't click anything. All right, scroll. Once again, didn't click anything. All right. If anyone has suggestions for dulls too, I welcome them, bro. Betweenal. Guess the secret word hidden between other words. What does that even mean, bro? Once else is animal, disease, plague. That's very smart, but I didn't do that, bro. KDog8658 says, LMO, I was on the Naruto game talking about the blind one. Oh, I see. Who's the blind one in Naruto? I don't even know, bro. See, I'm too once again, my Naruto knowledge is bad. Sockless says, we got new people joining on Discord. Yay, that's right. I'll welcome everyone after the stream. Once go says Mexican music flash. I don't know what that means. Mexican music flash. See, sometimes I be getting. Sometimes I don't understand the messages in chat, but you know what? Not everything's for me. I don't. You know, I'm not self-centered enough to think that I gotta understand everything. Guess the secret word hidden between other words. Dictionary sorted in alphabetical order. Entered word would be moved up or down. Secret word is placed after entered word. I see. Number 12 tells you distance from secret word to bottom word is 12% of whole dictionary. What the fuck, bro? Orange dot tells you the secret word is much closer to bottom. This seems very complicated. I think I could just... They didn't need to hit me with that many complicated things, bro. Let's go with, I don't know, slime. Dead Parrot says Ronaldo or Messi. I gotta go with Ronaldo. Oh my god! I can't believe I said Ronaldo. I obviously have to go with Messi. Ronaldo, he just seems kind of like a douchebag to me. Messi is a short king, and he seems like a chill guy. Ronaldo, he seems like he would bully me. He seems too much of a Chad to me, so I'm not gonna go with Ronaldo. What about I don't know. What's a letter before I? Cedar, bro. Although R is not before E. C. What's before E, bro? There's not too many letters that are before E, so we could actually use that as our anchor point. The secret word is closer to the bottom word. Distance is 21% of the whole dictionary. Alright, so it's something that's like slime-ish. Maybe, what's a word? I gotta use the fucking alphabet song. A, B, C, D, E. So, maybe it ends with a D. I don't know, bro. Maybe it's fucking... Shard? Shard, bro? I don't know. Now, this is not right, because certain letters are wrong. Oh, it's not shard. What if it's... I don't know, bro. Dicks. Could it be dicks? It's between dicks and shard. I'm running out of guesses, bro. Once he also says, most people say Messi, as far as I know. LOL. Yeah, Messi. Messi's a short king. Depar says, I like how Ronaldo says zoo. I didn't even know Ronaldo. Is that something Ronaldo's known for? Like how Tom Brady says let's fucking go. He says zoo. I don't know, bro. What if it's peach, dude? It's between dicks and peach. What if it's fucking horny? Sokka says, I need to know what Moose thinks of the new mattress. I don't care. how you like your new mattress. I think Moose appreciates it. Don't you, Moose? Moose is sleeping behind me right now. I think Moose appreciates it because he doesn't have to get kicked by me in the middle of the night as I'm trying to sleep. It's between Horny and Peach. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. H, I, J, Joker, maybe. Yeah, Moose. I think Moose likes it. J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Maybe it's Lover, like a Taylor Swift song. Once goes all Mexican music flash was the time you accidentally pulled up the BRB scene for 1 second. That makes sense. It's actually a Dominican Republic song, I believe. It's between Lover and Peach. LMNOP. Never. This Betweendle sucks. This game sucks, bro. N. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Opens. K-Dog says Sheba? No, that's wrong. Can't be Sheba. Alright, it's between Nevers and Opens. Maybe it's... No. I don't know. It starts with an N, and it's the second letter is it's past an E, so it's I, O, or U. I don't know what words start like with this shit, bro. And we got to be very careful here with the letters we choose. That's all I'm gonna say. North. Could it be North, bro? No. Alright, we're close. This makes me feel like it's... Like I said, we gotta be very careful with what we choose here. But since it's not O or E, I guess it could be... It could be O or it could be E. But the letter in between E and O... That's a vowel, is I. We have to be very careful here. This is not funny. I'm not laughing. Please don't cancel me. Oh my god. Sockless says, I remember when Wordle was so popular. Wordle, yeah, I used to play Wordle. I'm not a Wordle guy now. Cassim says, yeah, I'm down for introverted connections or Zillow time. Let's do connections after this. I think connections is a pretty fun game. Once Goes All says, today's Wordle sucked, by the way. You should try it out. Alright, maybe I'll try it. Caston's Survive says he didn't get the game. Yeah, I also didn't understand what the hell their game was. I thought it was like each individual letter would be like either above or below what it's supposed to be. I really don't understand what the hell this game is, bro. But yeah. Once Goes All says you can also try Geodal. I'll try Geodal too, bro. Alright, what's the 5-letter word that starts with N-I? Night. Night, there we go. Alright, it's not those two. It's the fact that it's 20% above this way makes me think it is N-I. But what could it be? Nipple. But nipple has 2 P's, right? No, it's not nipple. Ninja? It could be ninja, right? Night? Kazim says night. That's a good one. It's not night. It's not ninja. This is our last guess. It's something close to ninja. It's past N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. O, P. Knee. Nickel. Nick. Nick at Night. Nimble. No. What's a 5-letter word, bro? One Skills Wall says, I do not like where this between all is going. Me either, dude. Me either. I see. They're giving me options for what it could be. It could be one of these things because it's past N. I see. So, let's go with... I don't know what it could be, bro. Nip. I don't know. Nipple is the only thing I could think of. What's a word that starts with N-I? That's 5 letters. And the next letter is one of these. N-I-L. No, it's not L. It's got to be one of these. It's got to be O. I don't think there's a letter that starts... There's a word that's like that, bro. Could it be Nippon? It's a city in Japan. It's not a word, apparently. Niv. New. Nye. Nixon? Not in the list. Just get me out of here, bro. I'm in so much pain trying to figure this out. Just give me something. Knights. Wasn't Knights. Oh my god, I still have one more guess. The pain never ends, bro. It's past T. What the fuck could this word be, bro? What word starts N-I-V? Or N-I-T? Or N-I-W, bro? What fucking word could this be? Sockless says, by the way, me saying I don't care about how you like your new mattress was a badly executed joke. It's okay, Sockless. I got it. I enjoy the mattress very much. So even if no one likes the mattress, I like it. Although I understand you weren't saying that you didn't like it. What could this be, bro? Once again, this is Nippon is Japan itself. Who knew? Not me, bro. And I even spelled it wrong. This is frustrating me. And we're stuck in hell too because I can't quit. I'm not a quitter, but I don't know what fucking word starts with N-I and also these letters, bro. There's literally words that start with this. Night. Nightos. I don't know, bro. It's not a word. New. Now. Nitro. Fuck it. Yeah, Nitro. Get me out of here, bro. Get me out of here. We did it. Thank you, Cat Sibs. We're on 5. Oh, my God. Once girl says Nixon. I tried Nixon, bro. It wouldn't let me do it. Dead Paris says Inside. We did it. Thank you, Cat Sims. We're on 5. You actually got me out of hell there. I was gonna start losing my mind. All right, let's do connections, bro. Where's connections? Not the sports connections, please. The regular connections. Oh, wait, what? No. Give me the New York Times connections, please. The OG connections. Alright. Now we're talking. Catson 45 says, yes, OMG. Thank you, Catson 45. You broke us out of jail. Yes, you did. We escaped jail. Once Cat Sims the goat. Indeed. Alright. What could we do here? A puppet is a toy. What's also a toy? Wait. Also, why is it fucking it up? I guess I shouldn't have zoomed in like that. I gotta zoom in like this. Alright. These are things that you drink tea with. A saucer, a spoon, a teacup, and something else. I don't know what. All right, well, let's save that for later, bro. So those are things you drink tea with. Maybe tongs. I don't think you drink tea with tongs, though, do you? All right. Hit. Oldie. Christmas. Classic. These are types of songs. No, they're not types of songs, bro. One away. Classic. All right, we're one away there. All right, that's one away. Let's work on something else. Okay. We already got a lot kind of out of the way because these are a group. Spoon, saucer, and teacup are a group. That leaves some other things around. So, like, toy and puppet are toys. Miniature, toy. Those are synonyms for small. Dylan Sandel says, Negus is the title for king in the Ethiopian Semitic language. That's very interesting. Dead Paradise. Dylan's handle is coming for your title as factoid dropper in chat. That's very interesting to know. Dead Paradise says, yeah, I can't be fucked to do this Wordle. LMAO, one skills of all. Yeah, fuck the Wordle. Wordle's lame. Wordle is not actually a brain teaser. This is a brain teaser. Cats and Storm says, Never Ending Christmas, West Side Toy. Never Ending Christmas, West Side Toy? I don't know what those things have to do with each other, but I'll take your word for it if it comes to it. Once he says, I don't know how I got it. Took guessing for so long. We just got out of Betweendle hell. I'm not going into Wordle hell. Toy miniature. What is another word for small? I guess teacup is a word for small. And then one more. Saucer? No. The puppet? No. Alright, so those are words for small. One school says tong, saucer, spoon, teacup. Captain Smartpipe says story. Oh. You know what? You're right. You're right. We're just going to have to take that because you're so right that I have to just do it. And you got the hardest one. I'm cheating because I took your... I did it. I took your thing. Good job, Cat Sims 415. You're better at this shit than me. You should be the one streaming Cat Sims. I'll just fucking... I'll log off. You can stream. I hereby relinquish the channel to you. Alright, let's see if I can get the other ones, though. Once goes well says tongs, saucer, spoon, and teacup are all, like, you know, things you eat with. I was thinking tongs, too, because it's like... But it doesn't really fit with, like, things you drink tea with. Anyway, let's keep going. These are, like, types of songs. There's gotta be one more thing that's a type of song, bro. A puppet song? A standard song? Could this be, bro? Let's fucking go. It's an enduring song, bro. Alright, now this should be... These are the easiest ones. Oh, wait, no. I think green is the second easiest. Guys, says yes, and no, you're so much funnier than me. It's okay. I don't know how funny... Funny... in quotation marks. I'm just, you know. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. Alright, we got the enduring song. Alright, now... Spoon, teacup, saucer. These are things you drink tea with. And one of these is yellow, which means it's the easiest one, bro. Come on, we should get this. Miniature, teacup, and... Puppets. Puppet's a weird one. Sometimes you gotta just pick the weird ones. So, puppet, prosthetic, and makeup. These are like things like in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Miniature, puppet, prosthetic, makeup. And then that leaves us... Oh, wait, I was one away with something, right? Oh, I was one away with the songs, I see. What are we doing here? Let's just see what we can do here. Saucer, tong, spoon, teacup. Oh, scene at a tea service. Use tongs at a tea service, bro? What are the tongs for? For pulling your tea bag out of a tea? I normally just let that shit ride in there, bro. What was the last one? I didn't even see, bro. The last one was something. Who knows? All right, let's do another one, bro. Let's do another one. If anyone wants to go to this damn website, which is linked in the description, and suggest the one, I'd be happy to do it. OFEX. Combine 7 numbers into target numbers using the operations between them. In this game, you start with 7 numbers, and the aim is to combine them all into one target number. Numbers are combined using the blah, blah, blah. Alright, the target will always be an integer. Alright, we gotta get to 15. Damn, bro. This shit looks tough, bro. Captain Storm 5 says tongs for sugar. I see. I guess if you're very, like, you know, if you are culture, you don't use your hands to fucking do that shit. I feel like I might end up raw dogging that shit. You know what I mean? Alright, so 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Can we do this shit, bro? 5 minus 3 is 2. Target is 15. Let's just fucking, I don't know. Let's just fucking get crazy with it. Let's just see what we got. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 8 is 26. That's just wrong, bro. Alright, let's restart. Alright, maybe we gotta work backwards some of this shit, bro. So, this 4 in the middle is very powerful. We also have all these multiplicative things here. This 7 is weird because the target's 15. Cyclo says offer. Sugar, I was just thinking of the big ones for cooking. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I'm also just familiar with the big tongs. I'm not fancy enough to live my life with a small tong. With a small tong doing small tong activities, you know what I mean? I'm a big tong guy. My tongs are normally just for my spaghetti with jar sauce and frozen meatballs. Alright, this 4 in the middle is powerful. If we get a 4 divided by 60, that would give us 15. So let's see if we can get to 60 somehow, bro. Maybe 2 times 7 plus 18 times 4. That's too big, bro. Alright, restart. Restart me. This is gonna be... Bro, we might be here for a while, dude. If we could get to 60 here, we can do a 60. 60 is kind of a big number to get to. Maybe we can do a... Oh, wait. 60 divided by... If you get a 12 here... Wait, no. If you get a 75 here... 75 is an even bigger number than 60, bro. Warmike says, hi, I defended my thesis and earned my bachelor's degree. Let's fucking go. Good job, Warmike. I'm happy for you, man. That's a humongous achievement in life. You are now welcome to the world of adulthood. Congrats. You are now able to get many high-paying jobs. So congratulations, Warmike. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope you get a nice time to relax. That's an amazing achievement. Good job, Warmike. Saklo says, this is very kids during pre-smartphone era looking at car plates while boarding car. Yeah, bro. We're fucking riding this shit out right now, bro. I have only 2 undos left. I didn't even realize I had a limited number of undos. Everyone's congratulating Warmike. Warmike says not gonna be able to stay here for long, but gonna tune in and announce it. Good job, Warmike. Yes, go celebrate. Go drink. I don't know, a ton of beer, smoke a bunch of weed, fucking, I don't know, have sex with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Congratulations, poor Mike. You did it, bro. Kazum says BDE and STA. I don't know what that means, but maybe it means something important. Sockler says, woohoo. Congrats on the degree, War Mike. Everyone's congratulating War Mike. Good job, good job. One skill says, I just got a message for Discord that says I broke rules for harassment and bullying and I won't be able to message until tomorrow. Come on, One Skills of all. Everyone's like, what are you doing, One Skills? Don't bully and harass One Skills. Honestly, that wasn't me because as you can see, I was streaming. But, you know. Sometimes in the I will say in the Discord, let's keep it PG in the Discord, okay? It's a welcoming place for everyone. Let's try to keep it PG, maybe PG-12, you know? Maybe just a step below PG-13. Let's keep it PG-12 in the Discord. That's all I have to say about that. Dead Paradise says, I knew One Skills of all. It's a naughty little Discord gremlin. Or Mike says, weed is a very serious crime here, so we gotta stick with beer. Alright, then I hope you drink 20 beers, you know, to make up for the weed you can't smoke. Maybe I shouldn't even be mentioning weed in case Putin is fucking watching your IP service for any mentions of weed. But yeah, bro, I hope you have an amazing weekend. You definitely deserve it. Hey, you only get your bachelor's, you only defend your thesis and get your bachelor's degree once, bro. So, good job. I believe in you. I mean, you did it, so you don't even need me to believe in you. You did it, bro. Good job. Alright, it's got to end here because this division sign is actually, tells me that, like, we have to end it here. So, maybe we can, we got to get to 60. We got to get to 60. How are we going to get to 60? We got to get to 56 from here. 56. Oh, we can get to 7 from here. That's multiplication, bro. But, maybe something like this. 3 plus 8 plus 2 times 7 minus 4. 87. That's not right. One girl says, I swear I didn't even do anything. And never to the intro man Discord. Guys, I'm sorry. Says, wasn't me, I was streaming. It wasn't me, bro. I'm not even sure how you could get blocked, because I'm pretty sure I thought I was the only mod of the Discord. But maybe Discord has their own things. But yeah, just keep it PG-12, y'all. Just keep it PG-12. I know everyone's, you know, everyone likes to have a good time in the Discord. I like to have a good time in the Discord. There's no parents in the Discord. But yeah. Everyone just have a good time. All right. You'll be back tomorrow, bro. I'm sure nothing life-changing, or who knows. Discord is an amazing place. Maybe something life-changing will happen in the Discord between now and tomorrow. But at least you'll be able to catch up on it, bro. Alright. We gotta get back to this shit, bro. How am I gonna do this shit? 8 plus 2 plus 4. Oh, wait, no. Times 4 is 40. Plus 3. Minus 5 divided by 4 plus 7. That's almost 15. It's like 16 and a half. 5 divided by 4 plus, we got to get this multiplied somewhere. There we go. Plus 4 times 8. Nope. Target 15, bro. This shit's gonna have me here all fucking night, dude. 4/5 plus 4 times 8 plus 3. But then we're stuck here, bro. It's gotta be like some kind of fucking weird circular thing. Do we have to use all of them too? Can we use only some of them? KDog8658 says my cat was being evil. What type of cat do you have, dude? Although I hear cat owners often don't know what species their cat is. Like dog owners will be like, oh yeah, it's a half Pomeranian, half poodle. Cat owners will be like, you know, what type of cat is that? Orange. Once says, this applies to Discord as a whole, but it won't tell me why. I can spectate chats. Well, you just be on the outside looking in. Like SpongeBob looking out the window, bro. Sorry, this must be the most boring stream ever, trying to watch me do stuff fucking math, bro. Alright, fuck this game. This game fucking sucks. Fuck OFX, bro. Catching from us is not PG-13. We don't want to see younglings slayed. That's right. I don't want to see no crazy shit, bro. I want to see people be happy and nice and enjoying the life. Rank the top 5 finishers in the Monaco Grand Prix, bro. How the fuck? I literally don't know who any of these fucking people are, bro. Oh, wait. I know Lewis Hamilton. Okay, okay. I know Lewis Hamilton. Where's Max Verstappen. Let's do this. And Charles Leclerc. I know those 3, dog. Everyone else, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. Alright, Lewis Hamilton and that guy are there. Alright, so let's go Lewis Hamilton. Let's go this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. See, this is the type of Wordle I'm talking about. Where you're just having fun, fucking around. It's not that serious. Not fucking forcing me to do fucking math, bro. Alright, that's right. Lewis must have gotten second, right? And then Pierre Gasly got that. Let's do that. Oh, we're close, bro. Alright, we just gotta pick the last one. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Nope. That's too bad, bro. KDog8658 says he's a Bombay, actually. I found out by chance. They're very clingy, lol. That's very nice. I think it's nice to have, you know, isn't that the point of adopting a pet, is so that they cling to you and you feel the love and affection of another human being. 1-up. I don't know what this is, but just let me play. Dead Paris says, I love a clingy dog. Oh my god, I actually do need to learn how to play this shit. Yeah, Moose just taking a nap right now. Caston Storm 5 says, cute. It is very cute. KDog865 says, my autistic roomie would be so helpful right now with F1 driver ball knowledge, but she's doing paid stuff right now, LMAO. That's okay. I mean, she gotta get that bag, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna pay her to guess F1 bullshit. KDog8658 says, I love it. Good for you, man. Look at that, man. Look at the love we're hearing in chat. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. In each horizontal and vertical sequence of cells between walls, place each number starting with 1 up to the space available. I see. Okay, I get it, bro. I can do this. It's like a SHSAT puzzle, bro. This is the type of shit they would have you doing on the SHSAT. Time guesser. All right, let's do time. Yeah, we'll do time guesser after this. Let's find it. I see some LinkedIn guessers too. I think that would be funny to do. LinkedIn mini Sudoku. Oh, is it literally the LinkedIn website, bro? Oh no, fuck the LinkedIn website. I want like a LinkedIn guesser, where like they show you someone's LinkedIn profile, and like you have to guess like what job they have. That would be funny. All right, damn, this is a big one, bro. Dude, I don't have time to be doing this shit, bro. Are you kidding me, dude? I'm sorry. This seems like it would be very fun. This would literally probably take me an hour to do on stream, bro. We are not doing that shit, bro. Time guesser. KDog 8658 says, my cat is kind of like acting during the stream like he does when strangers come over and has to prove he owns both me and the ground we exist upon. That's very cute. Hey, I'm glad I can provide a little bit of jealousy so that you can get affection from your cat. That's very, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here on the internet so that you guys, you know, I'm like the vessel. I want to be the vessel for everyone's weirdness on the internet. So it's kind of like the purge, you know what I mean? I'm going to be so weird on stream once a week, then we can all be normal the rest of the time, interact with the world, interact with our pets in a very loving and normal way. Sockless's game suggestion. I was listening to your Mount Rushmore of childhood memory video, and you mentioned Pokemon. So who's that Pokemon? That's a good one. Is there a who's that Pokemon here? Pokédoll. There's a lot of Pokédolls. We'll do that next. That's a great one. KDog8658 says he does own the place. His name is on the deed, but still. Cat. I remember a story of cats like being of some lady like willing her entire like fortune to her cat like in real life, and like people were upset about it. But sometimes that's how it be, dog. Is this New York, bro? Is it Jewish? And there's English, and there's like a delicatessen. How very ironic. New York, like maybe like right. Where's Cats, bro? Cats delicatessen is right. Wait for it. It's right somewhere here, bro. I'm gonna find it. Right there. Oh, is that it? Or is that a knockoff, bro? It's called Datz's Deli, bro. Datz's Deli. So they could fucking steal some vibes. That's so funny. Datz's Deli. Where is Katz's, bro? It's a few blocks north. Alright, I'm gonna guess it's Datz's Deli, bro. And I'm gonna guess it's not 1962, bro. It could be probably the early 1900s. What does this say? Is this information? No, I don't know, bro. Let's see. I was 30 years off. A grocery store in the Bronx, New York during the mid-30s. Eggs are 27 cents a dozen. $6.27. That is quite expensive, bro. One Skills says, this looks like 1934. Dude, you were so right. How did you know that, bro? That's very smart of you. That's so delicious, LOL. Dance's Deli. Alright, who are these guys, bro? Look at these dudes, bro. These guys have aura, bro. What language this is? Denziklik. And they're on a there's a big boat here. Fenerbahce, isn't that the Turkish team, bro? There's a Turkish football team called that. So I'm gonna guess it's in Turkey, bro. Maybe near Istanbul. On the sea. Because there's a boat here. So it makes sense that it's near the sea, bro. Like all the way next to the sea, dog. Yeah. Actually, let's put it... Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe it's there. This looks like it could be 1962. Yeah, why not 1965, this shit? 1980. And it was across the river, but it was Istanbul. 1980, bro? These guys are dripped out, dude. One Skill says Turkey 1975. That was a great guess. Are you cheating, dude? Are you doing these before me? Alright, this looks pretty modern from the quality of the camera. My guess would be Africa. I hope that's not racist for me to say. Where in Africa, I don't know. So, let's just pick somewhere in Africa, bro. Maybe it could be Kenya. Sure, why not? Looks like they're counting votes or something. And I would guess this is like 2012, bro. 2011. 2025. And it was Malawi, bro. Interesting. Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles County. Alright, what time period does this look like? Is obviously like a World War II. It's pre-1950s. This is some LA noir shit, bro. All these people going to jail, bro. For being gangsters or something. So literally LA noir shit. Alright, I don't know. Maybe it's fucking here in LA. And I would guess maybe 1951. K-Dog 865 could be the Caribbean. It could have been the Caribbean. You're right, but it wasn't. Caston's Formas is English speaking. Once Wells is 1920s. K-Dog 8658 is 1920s. Once Wells is 1947. K-Dog 8658 is 1910s. Caston says 40s to 50s. Sokola says, how are you able to get the year pretty accurate, One Skills of All? Do you just know a lot of history, or is it based on visual cues like type of camera / the way the photo looks? Dead Paradise says, this is One Skills right now in the Discord jail. That's right. That's right. If you say something, if you misbehave, bro, first of all, this isn't even me. This isn't even me. This is the Discord auto mod right now who's going to ban you. This is me right now. This is me. I'm just kind of bewildered. Pretending, just trying to blend in with all my fellow Discord community members. And the Discord auto mod's like, hey. And which one's One Skills of All? Which one of these guys do I think encapsulates One Skills of All's vibe? It's not this guy. I think it might be it might be this guy in the hat. I don't think One Skill. I think it's this guy. The guy right next to the guy in the hat. This is One Skills of All. And this is the auto mod being like, get in the fucking bus, bro. One Skills says, I think the camera and being familiar with the era lets you know. Captain's Formas says crooked hat. Yeah, I think that this guy could be One Skill of All. I'm gonna give you this guy though. I'm sorry, One Skills of All. You could. This is you. This is you with aura, and this is you without aura. I guess I'm not trying to imply that you don't have aura. So this is the duality of One Skills of All. Let's put it that way. One Skills is also the style of people. K-Dog 865 says I relate to Hat Guy. One Skills says I'm just trolling, lol. K-Dog 8658 says he looks like he doesn't want to be there. I don't think any of these guys want to be there because they're going to fucking jail, dude. That's 8 years off. Mexican-American youths lined up outside the Los Angeles County Jail during the 1943 Zoot Suit riots. After clashes between Zoot Suiters, Mexican-American youths known for their wide-legged Zoot Suits, and U.S. servicemen amid rising racial tensions in wartime Los Angeles. What the fuck is a Zoot Suit, bro? We gotta bring Zoot Suits back. It's a men's suit with a high-waisted, wide-leg, tight-cuffed peg trousers. Pegged trousers, bro? Cut in the waist and thigh area? And a long coat with wide lapels and wide padded shoulders. This guy has aura, bro. This is me right now. Seeing this guy, dude. Oh my god, the aura, dude. Oh my god, the aura, dude. I gotta attend a wedding next week, bro. Imagine I pull up in the fucking Zoot Suit at the wedding, dude. It annoys me when people tell me to go to a wedding dressed in formal attire. Like, yeah, bro, what the fuck did you think? I was gonna show up to the wedding in a fucking t-shirt and jeans? Obviously, I'm gonna try and fucking look nice at the fucking wedding. You don't need to tell me it's formal attire. Like, no shit, bro. And then when they tell me it's a formal attire, that makes me want to not dress in formal attire. Makes me want to fucking dress in a zoot suit, bro. Kazan Fry says duality of man. And One Skills All says duality of one. One Skills All says, oh shoot, I def wouldn't have gotten that. I know where the jails is in LA. K-8658 says zooted. One Skills All says, my times exploring Google Earth pay off. Good for you, man. Comes from the zoot suit. Zooted comes from the zoot suit? Does zooted come from the zoot suit? Yes, modern slang zooted means to be highly intoxicated or on drugs or alcohol is partially tied to the zoot suit. What? Dude! I'm learning so much, man. Zooted? They don't have it on Wikipedia, though, because they don't... Wikipedia's a narc. It's crazy, bro. White Americans. White Americans wearing the zoot suit. That's funny. There's a section on white Americans under zoot suit. Hepcats. What are hepcats, bro? Throughout the 1940s, white Americans' view on the zoot suit varied. This began to reduce stress on the origins of zoot suit as a black cultural symbol, which made it more acceptable to white Americans. Before the zoot suit riots, the zoot suit was sometimes positioned as a symbol of American individualism and even patriotism in comparison to the fascist uniform attire and regimentation of Nazi Germany. Oh, white and black soldiers were sometimes seen zooting their uniforms in war effort photos, with the press presenting the zoot suit as a symbol of youthful relatability rather than an oppositional or unpatriotic symbol. And the zoot suit riots, bro. Interesting. Everyone's talking about the zoot suit. One Zero says, yes, bro, put in the zoot suit. Catches says, you should wear the red suit. One Zero says, have the long feather. That's right, bro. Oh my god, this shit's crazy. Alright, we gotta keep it PG-12. I respect the Mexican Americans. The stream is not the time for a deep dive on that, though. Catches says, the feather is everything. Cal Sockless says, hope you have lots of fun at the wedding. I appreciate it, Sockless. Honestly, like, you know, it's not like a close personal friend of mine. It's more of like a family friend. No offense to them, although I'm sure they would agree with me that I'm not a close personal friend of them. But I'm kind of just there to, like, offer, like, my presence as sacrifice. But I think it'll be a good time. I'm sure, I hope they have a really great time, you know what I mean? Alright, it's Paris, bro, right? It's gotta be Paris. Although Divat Ouzlet doesn't seem like French, bro. And these people don't really seem French either. Oh, they could be French. Oh, there's some kind of protest going on, bro. I mean, I feel like I have to pick Paris. Cousins says, bro, are all your friends getting married too? Actually, no. Not some of my friends are getting married, but not all of them. I feel like actually, like, most people I know, like, I feel like my generation of people I know are actually not getting married that much. I think it's like a cultural thing, right? Like, just people my age are like not getting married, not having kids. It's like, you know, it's not happening as much as it used to. Security guards with the leader of the USSR, Michael Gorbachev, who was on a tour of Budapest. Interesting. I thought it was fucking Paris instead of Paris, which was at the time under Soviet rule. Alright, this was a great game of Time Guesser. We could do this forever since there are so many Time Guessers, but we're going to move on to Pokédoll. Guess the daily Pokemon. Once Wall says, I can't tell whether it was actually in Paris or not. It was not, bro. Who's... I want to play a Who's That Pokemon, though. Not just Pokédoll. KDog8658 says, as sacrifice LMAO. Thank you. This is Tentacruel, bro. Come on. Why is it not letting me enter Tentacruel? It is Tentacruel, dude. Tentacruel. What? It's Tentacruel, dude. Or Tentacool. Why is it not letting me enter it, bro? Forgiving. Oh, I have to spell it correctly, bro. Tentacool. If I don't type it correctly, it's not even gonna let me know. Well, this game fucking sucks then. Come on. You gotta be a little more forgiving if you're gonna make a game than that. Alright, space. Oh, this is I don't know who this fucking guy is. Alright, maybe we'll do Pokédoll. I gotta have some hints, bro. Cats in Swarm Vibe says, what is a wedding if not an offering of presents? That's right. I don't think weddings are weird. Weddings are weird. You're there to celebrate someone else's life, and I guess you're there because people... Oh, it was Hoppip, Sockless. You're so right. It was Hoppip. You're there to offer support, but then also, you know, it's not about you. So it's like a weird... It's a weird combination of the two. Yeah, sure. Let's pick Arbok, bro. Dead Parrot says, I do love going crazy on the wedding food buffet. Is that like a typical thing in the UK? In America, I don't think it's typical to have buffets at weddings. Although that sounds amazing. I wish it was more typical. Although I do go to like Chinese banquets for weddings. They do give you a lot of food, but it's not a buffet. I don't think I've ever actually been to a wedding where there was a buffet. That sounds absolutely insane, bro. Wedding buffet? Wedding buffet is a flexible, informal, flexible, and cost-effective way. Wedding buffet UK. What? First of all, what is this, bro? It's all the same color, dude. No offense to the UK, bro. I could nosh on this, bro. I would love to go to a wedding. A UK buffet wedding. Cousins from offices. Yeah, I don't know like why all of couple friends are marrying this year. I'm like teenage wedding. Stop. I'm not that old. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it do be that time. Most of the people watching these streams are around my age. This do be the age where we be getting married and people be getting married and shit. It's a fully evolved Pokemon that's Gen 1. Evolution stage 2. It's not 2. A fully evolved Pokemon from Gen 1 that is only one type. What about Blastoise, dude? KDog8658 says, the only married person I know is my sister, and she's in the military. So it's a fork found in the kitchen thing. A fork found in the kitchen thing. I see. She found the fork. She found her husband in the military. Or wife, I guess. We respect all sexualities here. KDog8658 says, if I get married, it's going to be in Vegas, one of those Elvis impersonators. That would be baller, bro. Weddings should be fun. If I get married, like, I literally feel like I might invite, like, 3... Okay, well, my family, besides my family, and only my close family. If you're my cousin and you're watching this, unfortunately, you will not be invited to my wedding if you're my cousin. I might invite literally, like, 3 people to my wedding besides, like, my immediate family, which I feel like would be funny if I married someone who invites, like, 100 people from her side to the wedding, because then it would be, like, it basically just be her people, and then everyone from her side would be like, why did you marry a fucking loser who only knows 3 people? But I literally, like, I don't want people at my wedding who I'm not, like, fucking close with, who I don't want to share this extremely vulnerable, beautiful time with. And I feel like, you know, that's not a lot of people, to be honest. There's a water type that's evolution stage 1. Oh, that's not fully evolved. So what about Squirtle, bro? We're close. It's not blue, brown, or purple. It's not blue or brown. I guess it's only blue. Once Goes All says, well, Dead Paradise says, LOL, that's a funny way of putting it. Thank you. Thank you for gassing me up. Once Goes All says, my cousin had a Chick-fil-A dinner for his wedding, and it was beautiful. That sounds amazing, bro. I want some Chick-fil-A right now. I feel like if I could get Chick-fil-A to cater my wedding, that would actually kind of be baller. Imagine going to like a wedding reception, and there's just plates of Chick-fil-A sandwiches and fries and sauce. If I was a guest at that wedding, I would actually be like, this is the best wedding ever. You don't need to impress me with some fancy fucking risotto with a garden salad on the side. But give me a fucking wedding with Chick-fil-A sandwiches. That's so fucking baller. Once Goes All says, UK wedding and brown food, SMH. That's right. Guesses left for hint 1. What is a Generation 1 Pokemon, Evolution Stage 1, that's blue? I don't know, dude. I literally don't know. Could it be... What's a water-type Pokemon, bro? A fucking... I don't know. A Fishymon? I'm literally drawing a blank right now. I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna type through until I find a water Pokemon. Fish. Oh yeah, maybe it's one of these, dude. I could believe it's one of these. No, it's not blue and white. Sakla says, I have only one friend who got married, and she got married to a military man, so that's relatable. Military dudes do have the sauce. Dead Parrot says, quiche and pork pies are tasty. I do like a quiche. Pork pies, I have never heard of that, but if it's anything like a chicken pot pie, I think it would be good. Once ago, I would want to see this historic moment. KDog8658 says, same. You're talking about my wedding? Stream my wedding? Cousin's from to stream your wedding, bro? Yeah. Just have chat rolling through. We'll just project we'll just project chat on a screen somewhere. You guys can leave your snarky comments, and then I can get up on the microphone, and my speech will just be me riffing on chat, being like, oh yeah. So Sockless says, congrats on the wedding. Thank you, Sockless. Dead Paradise said, your bride looks beautiful. Thank you. She is quite beautiful. Dead Paradise says, have you been to Vegas? I've been twice. I have not been to Vegas. I feel like Vegas is not for me, because what would I do in Vegas? Like, gamble? I'm not like a debaucherous dude. I guess there's like other things to entertain yourself with in Vegas, but yeah. If I would go, it'd be like probably with like my bro friends, but we went to New Orleans last year, which was very fun. I feel like that's like kind of like that's kind of like a, oh, could it be Magikarp, bro? It's kind of like it's kind of like kind of like southern Las Vegas. Sockless says, my friend had 8 guests, including me, and only her immediate family attended, so inviting only 3 people is a total vibe. That's beautiful. I mean, American weddings typically tend to be like very big. I think it's like some type of like flex to show that like a lot of people, but I literally don't know. I don't think I could invite like more. If I was absolutely stretching it and inviting like all my cousins, all the people who are like I'm kind of friends with, I think maybe I could invite like 30 people, maybe only 20. I just don't know that many people, bro. What is a blue? What does this mean, bro? It's kind of orange and kind of blue white. Could it be a Spadoromon? Just give me a hint, dude. It's white and orange. I see. A white and orange Pokemon? Dude, how the fuck am I supposed to know this, bro? White, orange Pokemon. Gen 1. Water. I'm cheating. I'm sorry. Goldeen. Thank you, AI. Thank you, AI. I literally would have never... we would have been stuck here for like another 20 hours, bro. I had to use the AI to cheat. I know that's probably bad. It's a bad ethical implications for the world that I use the AI to cheat, but it is what it is. KDog8658 says, my sister did have fried chicken for a reception. That sounds awesome, dude. Like, yeah, none of this fucking rice pilaf with lamb and a fucking asparagus. Come on. I'm pretty sure fried chicken would be cheaper than rice pilaf with a fucking asparagus and lamb. You know what I mean? KDog8658 says, I only went to Vegas as a teenager for art competitions. I have never done the I can legally drink now Vegas stuff. Art competition, bro. You must be baller, dude. But yeah, that sounds interesting. So what did you do in Vegas? You just saw like all the tourist spots? KDog8658 so hey, why not lump that into a wedding? 2 birds. I could do, yeah, maybe. Build a pen around the horse. Tutorial, please. Click a green tile to place a wall and close the horse. What the fuck, bro? Oh, I see. I have 3 walls. I see. Okay, this shit's easy, bro. This game, damn, this game is kind of relaxing, dude. I need 12 to continue. I was too stupid to do this correctly. There we go. That's the optimal score, bro. The bear says, I've been to Vegas twice as a child, lol. It's pretty fun. Very interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't need this much tutorial stuff, bro. Let's enclose the horse. The horse is not enclosed yet. How is it not enclosed? It seems enclosed to me, dude. Maybe I have to do this. There we go. Sure, I'll submit that. You have 3 unused walls remaining. Why would I want to use... Oh, I see. I could use... I see. I could get even further out. Very interesting. I want my horsey to have the most space to run free. Be free, horsey. Be free. Got 1 wall left. Maybe this, bro? Oh, yeah. That's the stuff, bro. I'm a fucking stupid according to his distribution, but that's okay. Kazan says, never been to Vegas, lol. Magikarp. Yeah, I think I did guess Magikarp. Unfortunately, it was not Magikarp. I want to play kind of hard golf because I see Northern Line play it. It's kind of fun. KDog8 says 5 days. The people I care about live all over the place these days. The Bay is such a diaspora these days. Yeah. I mean, do all your friends live in the Bay? Even if they all live in the Bay is like a very big place. You know what I mean? So I could see how, you know, that shit's hard, bro. No, fuck. Once who else says, LOL, this is making you laugh real good right now. Thank you, Katzins, for a $2 donation. It gets hard out. It gets hard. I know it gets hard there in California, so it means a lot. That's funny. Yeah, thank you everyone for contributing to the wedding fund. Make sure to smash that like button. The Paradise says, Vegas is a vibe. Nice food, lots to do when you don't gamble or drink. Oh yeah, food, dude. I love food. As a self-proclaimed food enjoyer, I would like to eat the food in Las Vegas. I think Guy Fieri used to have a restaurant in Las Vegas. Maybe not after he started sucking at that shit. But who knows? KDog865 says I said these days twice, but whatever. That's okay, KDog8658. I be saying, I just be saying, sometimes I'll be talking on stream and I'll just go like, you know, when there's a little bit of, I just don't be making no sense sometimes. It's okay, bro. Captain's format says, bro friends, context. And wake up, babe. Introvert Madness is playing Enclosed Horse. That's right. The MLG moves of Enclosed Horse that I fucking got in the fucking first percentile for. But that's okay. I'm sure we'll get better at Enclosed Horse if we do it another time. Who knows? KDog865 says, yeah, the people I grew up with have mostly moved out of the area and I left a decade ago. So yeah, diaspora vibes. Yeah, I feel like it's sad. Like, I feel like that happens a lot, you know what I mean? Like, college people... First of all, I think it's sad that in college, like, they tell you to make friends in college. You make friends with everyone in college, and then basically no one stays where your college is because they feel like they have to, like, you know, grow and expand their legs and, like, move out. But then it's like all the friends you made in your formative years of college are fucking all over the country. And I feel like people do that too with, like, you know, their hometowns, which makes sense. No one wants to, like, live in their hometown forever, but I just think it's sad. It's like we all develop close bonds with people, and then like we get fucked. You know, a few years later, everyone wants to spread their wings, which makes sense. It's just sad that we also all kind of give up our friendships to do that. So there. This golf is kind of hard, bro. Oh, Contexto is a game in the list. I see. Wedding after party is on Discord. That's right. Wedding on Voice. That's right. We could. That's right. You guys could attend my wedding on Voice, bro. Contexto. We'll try a Contexto next. I don't know what that is. We'll try it. What is this bird, dude? Will this bird fuck my life up? Or can I kill this bird? Oh, I cannot hit the bird. Alright, good to know. Wah. Alright, I can't hit the bird, so I have to land it there and then bounce my way up. But not hit it so hard. Alright, just a little. Oh my god. Fuck my life. KDog865 says, my educated friends all live in NY, and a lot of my working class friends moved to Napa or Humboldt. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people from the Bay want to move to New York because, like, you know, if you're in it's ironic because I feel like people in New York want to go to California, or at least, like, out of New York. But then New York is so hyped up, like, yeah, a lot of people do want to move to New York. So that makes sense. Napa or Humboldt? Napa, where all the wine is? Shouldn't that be, like, more rich people? Though I guess I'm sure there's lots of jobs in Napa, bro. Alright, here we go. We're going to bounce our way up there. There we go. As in front of everyone in Voice interrupting the ceremony and apologizing and be like, no, you guys go first. No, you guys go first. That'd be me at my wedding on Voice Chat. Be like, oh, no, sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You go first. KDog865 says, I'm just like, how can I expect these people to fly to a destination wedding? It's so much easier to just invite my spouse, LMAO. Destination weddings are a little diabolical. And I would like to put my cousin on blast. I'm sure my cousin is not watching to this far on my stream. My cousin scheduled their wedding for December 26th. That shit, I feel like, is just a bad day to schedule. Because I don't know what my plans are yet for December 26th. But if you schedule your wedding for December 26th, you're basically telling me, don't make plans for that day. Which is, I feel like, you know, what if I do want to make plans for that day? That's what I have to say about that. Destination wedding, I feel like, is less faux pas because at least people can choose. I feel like if you do a destination wedding, you're kind of accepting that, like, yeah, maybe not everyone will be able to attend. So I feel like it's okay for you to have a destination wedding as long as you understand that not everyone, you know, you might not get as high attendance as if it wasn't a destination wedding. Oh my god. Cousin Storm says, don't invite your existing spouse to your wedding. That's so awkward. So true. So true. Oh my god, we're going backwards. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life! Dead Paradise says, one skills wall will still be dead, banned from the Discord wedding festivities. You gotta work on that ban. Gotta start speaking some PG-12 language, sir. Alright. Bounce. Fuck! Fuck my life. Fuck my fucking life. There we go. Stay! Oh my god, yes. Just a little bounce. Just a little bounce! Just get up there. Come on. Don't jump. Don't go on the drink. Oh my god, this is... Come on. Come on. No! Fuck my life. Alright, come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bounce, bro. There we go. Casson Strong says, nah, man, I'm good in CA, or else I'm leaving the US. Yeah. CA's got to be a strong contender for me. I think I probably will end up moving to Philadelphia next, just because it does seem to be so cheap. But I do miss California. People are nice in California. There's in and out in California. It's very chill. K-Dog 865 says, rich people have so much work for people. Doesn't always pay great, but can be a better life in East Bay proper. Yeah, East, plus like the Bay in general is just very expensive. You know what I mean? No matter where you go. Fuck you. I'm not going to support you. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, that's true. That makes sense that rich people need a lot of work done. Saklo says, December 26th wedding, WTF? I know, right? And Captain's Room 5 says, wait, I had friends scheduled for December 22nd and December 27th same year. Those are two diabolical days, too. I feel like almost December 22nd... December 22nd is diabolical because it's not even before Christmas. December 26th, I could kind of understand because it's after Christmas. You're like, okay, all the Christmas stuff is done. December 22nd is like, bro, it's like right before Christmas. Everyone's fucking crazy as hell. People trying to get home, you know what I mean? Not trying to go to your wedding. K-Dog. I'm going to find a secret word, bro. But. This word doesn't count? Damn, bro. Penis. This word doesn't count? Damn, they got the sensors going. Alright, magnet. What does this mean, bro? 1902? It's not close to magnet, though. K-Dog8658 says, also December weddings, like y'all like to ruin your good shoes, I guess, because weather in North America is unilaterally awful in December. That's so true. That's so true. Trying to get me to trudge through some damn snow in my good shoes, bro. Beautiful. Oh, it's close to beautiful. I don't know what the hell this means, bro. Gorgeous? It's not gorgeous. It's maybe beautiful. Pretty. It's not pretty. Beautiful. Magnificent? Oh, it's very close to magnificent. These are like the words I go through when I used to leave comments on videos. I'd be like, have a gorgeous day. Have a beautiful day. Have a magnificent day. So I'm good at this shit, bro. I can figure this out. These are the adjectives I use to wish people how good the day they have. It's close to magnificent. Interesting. Sakla says, having to do something on December 26th also means you can't really chill on Christmas Day. So that's really unfortunate. I would be annoyed. Right? Like, you got to get ready for the wedding on the 26th. It's like, don't go, like, don't leave the area. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if I wanted to plan, like, a Christmas trip or something, or just fucking go anywhere for Christmas, it's like, don't go anywhere. You gotta be here to go to the wedding the next day. It is kind of annoying. K-Dog8658 says, I left California for a while and was like, nah, I'm not doing this. Why didn't you like it? Yeah, California does have nice weather. It's got nice people. I could see too, if you grew up in California, why you would want to stay there, bro. The parts of America that are not California are like kind of fucking psychotic, for lack of a better word. Could it be terrific? It's not terrific. It's like a long word that means magnificent or beautiful. Um, I don't know. Delightful. It's kind of like delightful. Could it be? It's not stupendous. Delightful, magnificent, and beautiful. Excellent. Sockler says, "Is this the same cousin I gave you attitude when you asked the person if they could put in a good word for your job?" For your friend for a job recruitment, lol. It's so funny, like, whenever I put my cousins on blast, I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine, because like it's no one's gonna remember it. It's just like it's like 30 seconds in like a 3-hour stream. Who cares? It's not like, yeah, it matters. Then people then people just pulling up the receipts in chat. But no, it's a different cousin. It's a different cousin. Dead Paris says, damn, Sockles has a good memory. I forgot about that anecdote, lol. Yeah, you do have a good memory, bro. You're if you're my cousin, don't watch this. Keston's Forum says, Sockless is Oracle. Very true. Dead Parrot says, LOL, I remember those replies you used to leave on comments. Yeah, right? So what could it be? It's like I'm the guy. I put excellent twice, too, like a fucking idiot, bro. I'm the guy who should know this, bro. Lovely? It's close to lovely. KDog8658 says, I was in a town that looked like Courage the Cowardly Dog. For real, LMAO. That's funny. Just dust bunnies blowing around. Could it be perfect? It's not perfect. It's magnificent, beautiful. I don't know, bro. What could it be? This is really me when I'm trying to reply to comments and wish people to have a nice day. Back when I did that shit. Before I stopped reading the comments. Nice? It's not nice. Could it be... I don't know. Wonderful? It could be wonderful. No. Could it be... I don't know, dude. What could it be, bro? KDog8658 says, helping run a bed and breakfast, and I was like, nah, I miss vegetables. I'm out of here. No vegetables in the middle of nowhere, bro? Just fucking, you're just eating cows out there? Dead Parrot says, what about Washington State? I love Twin Peaks, so I've always yearned for the Pacific Northwest. I do hear the Pacific Northwest is beautiful. The weather can be a little wonky, and I also hear, like, you know, this, I think I mentioned before on stream, the Seattle freeze. It's where people are maybe a little mean in the Pacific Northwest. Newcomers to the area have described Seattleites as socioculturally apathetic, standoffish, cold, distant, and distrustful. People from Seattle tend to mainly interact with their particular clique in social settings, such as bars and parties. I mean, this could describe New York City, too. I don't know if people are apathetic, standoffish, cold, distant, and distrustful, but people in New York City definitely mainly interact with their particular clique in social settings, such as bars and parties. One author of The Aversion of Strangers said, people are very polite, but not particularly friendly, while some residents dispute any existence of the Seattle freeze altogether. Interesting. What could this word be, bro? Muscovell says, yeah, Pacific Northwest is beautiful. I'd like to live in Seattle, Portland, or SF. The trifecta, dude. KDog8658 says, well, the vegetables usually exist there, but they are kind of bad quality and expensive as fuck. Bad and expensive. Doing the devil's work, dude. Caston's Forum says, Seattle and Portland are knockoff SF. Changed my mind. I feel like they're distinct. I feel like Portland might be a knockoff Seattle. I feel like Seattle and SF have different personalities. I will say I feel like Seattle is probably or SF is like the best city of the three. Seattle, I feel like, I mean, I've never been to Seattle, so maybe I shouldn't judge. But in my mind, Seattle is just like office buildings and rain and hiking, which is like okay, but not really maybe somewhere you want to commit to living all the time. KDog8658 says, like, for the same price in California, you can score at a farmer's market. I lived in SF for about 2 years. You live in that. Magnanimous. I'm spelling that wrong. I think it's magnanimous, right? Magnanimous? It's not that, bro. What the fuck is this, bro? Magazine. Nope. Once in a while says, well, yeah, it depends on where you live. There's a lot of people living there for a reason. Interesting. Cyclists, we've reached the Neville Point stream where we're talking about places to move to. I love it. Is Zillow time, Cat says. I love Taylor Swift 11 says, what's up? Cat says, I'm down for Seattle Zillow. That's right, everyone's welcoming Taylor Swift into the stream. Once Zillow got banned from the Discord for a day. KDog865 says, I found SF overstimulating but cool, but overstimulating. Yeah, I mean, that's like basically my description of New York City. Overstimulating, but okay sometimes, but very overstimulating. Alverso says, did he piss off our supreme leader? Once says, no, he did not piss me off. It was not me. I'm gonna, I'm gonna pass that blame on. I got, as dictator, you can't be the one to execute people. You know what I mean? Like Mao Zedong, I'm pretty sure he didn't execute people. He had to have like a bad cop who executed people. And I guess the bad cop for me is the Discord auto mod. KDog8658 says, I was in Lower Polk though post-pandemic and it was surreal back then. Not good vibes. Lower Polk? It truly might be time for Zillow, but I really want to get this word, so we're gonna look up magnificent synonyms and then go on Zillow, y'all. Stupendous, terrific, amazing. You're listing all the words I used to describe. I didn't pick amazing yet. All the words I used to describe wish people a good day. It's close to magnificent or beautiful. Once in a while says, I'm still waiting for Project Zomboid with me in intro. It's on YouTube free. YouTube free? What's on YouTube free? But yeah, we'll have a audience participation day one day where like I get people, we play Jackbox Party Pack. I set up the Minecraft server. We play Minecraft. Me and One Skills of All play fucking Project Zomboid. We'll get there. What could this be, bro? It's not magnificent. Oh my god. This game is annoying. They really expect you to find like the one word it is, bro, with no hints. Just find the synonym that's most close to this word. This shit is hard, bro. Alright, I give up. You got me, okay? What is it? Yes. What the fuck? How the fuck was I gonna get to Palace from Magnificent, bro? You literally could have given me 500 guesses. I would have never gotten that, bro. Palace? How is Palace close to Magnificent? You have shit like castle or building or shit, not like a bunch of, bro. KDog865 says, details of first-hand accounts of genocidal leaders in Indonesia. The Lower Polk. Post-pandemic. That's crazy. Everyone's complaining. Yeah. Royal Noble Katsum says it was not that. Palace. Yeah, everyone's complains Palace. Isles Harris with Lone says, could it be a different part of speech? You were right. It was a noun, bro. I thought it was an adjective the whole time. It was a noun. That's not bad. Alright, let's go on Zillow. And then it'll be almost time to call the stream, y'all. Since we wanted to move to Seattle, let's check out Seattle, bro. Let's start with rents. Oh shit, they updated the UI, bro. New font just dropped on Zillow. It's crazy, bro. Let's look at houses first, and then we'll move to rents. So where is like a good place to live in Seattle? Like if you live here, it's probably cheaper, but you're living far as fuck from Seattle. You know what I mean? So like you probably want to live. Let's just go here, bro. What's this? Where's this place, bro? Can you tell me where it is, sir? All right, that seems about central. Guys in front says new font. Who dis? That's right. Once called says hee hee. A townhome. I'm not really a fan of townhomes because I feel like sharing a wall with people is weird. Like if I'm gonna drop money on a house, I want to like have my house. You know what I mean? At where I could like, as an American, fucking shoot someone if they enter my house. Now where someone could fucking smash the wall down in between us with a sledgehammer and fucking break into my house. This is a beautiful house, bro. This is a beautiful house. 2 beds, 2 baths, $700K. I would say this is relatively affordable for the state of America, which is crazy to say. Basically, anything under $1 million is like affordable in America. 4 beds, 1 bath. You gotta get another bathroom up in here, bro. You cannot be having 4 beds and 1 bath. You'll actually murder each other. This is a beautiful house too, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Look at how beautiful this is. And they even have the serial killer basement, but they added some nice lighting so it's not as serial killer-y. Oh, you got a nice garage, bro. Altura Slips Event says these places look so much nicer than what you can get here. 28 HSE Hong Kong. Let's check out some Hong Kong Zillow listings too eventually. KDog8658 says, I have a condo and the neighbors never hear anything we're doing. Better than a studio apartment for sure. Congrats on the condo, bro. You live in life. You live in life large, bro. Alright, let's look at the rents. Seattle is, well, let's go 1 bed, 1 bath. Huh, Seattle is not super expensive, which is interesting. I would expect it to be like kind of more expensive because of like Amazon and Microsoft, but maybe not. Like look at this. Where is this located, bro? Can you tell me where this is located? Oh, no, now it's gone. Yeah, where is this located, dude? Is this even the same one? That's pretty central. That's pretty central Seattle, bro. $1,800, bro. No square footage though. They're trying to trick you. This is kind of a scary place to live though. This is truly a starter pack bachelor apartment. Oh, you got a fireplace though. It's kind of nice. Got some beautiful trees outside your window. View of a mountain. Not bad. Kensmore says, why are people making houses with only 1 bathroom? Wild. I know, right? What is that? You trying to raise your family with 1 bathroom? Your fucking kids are going to murder each other. KDog5 says, I don't know why, but it feels evil for 1 bathroom. It is evil. After says, me with only 1 bathroom. Sockless says, I didn't realize how thin walls are in my home until one day the neighbor banged on there and my wall when I was watching TV at midnight. I literally was watching at normal volume. Yeah, sometimes you never know, dude. Especially in New York City, you gotta be quiet as fuck in New York City. Alright, Seattle seems relatively cheap. Like, you get a nice place. 2K is like, you know, mid to lower market, which is pretty good. Let's go to Portland. I bet Portland's probably even cheaper. The bar says 1 bathroom is nuts. It is nuts, dude. Sockless says, I will know I've made it when I have a standalone home and not sharing walls, LMAO. You and me both, Sockless. I'll know I've made it when I have a standalone home with my own fucking driveway, not a shared driveway. I will know I've made it when I have a standalone home with my property and I've got my fucking Glock in my hand and there's a sign that says no trespassing. Trespassers will be shot on sight. Then I'll know I've made it. KDog8658 says, I like knowing people are aware of my neighbors being a witness, LOL. That's funny. Yeah, sometimes it is nice. I was thinking, like, New York City is nice because, like, you're basically not going to get murdered in New York City anymore because, like, there's so many cameras and neighbors around that, like, you know, you're safe. So it's chill. Portland is cheap, bro. Why? It's a little red flag. Like, why is it so cheap? Is there something bad about Portland that I'm not realizing? Portland is super cheap, dude. Like, I would expect these prices in, like, fucking Cincinnati. No offense to Cincinnati, but, like, I would understand why Cincinnati is super cheap. Because it's fucking Cincinnati, dude. 2K is literally... You could live like a fucking king for 2K in Cincinnati, dude. Althurst of 11 says, luckily, my walls are concrete. American walls are made of paper. So true. We do need some thicker walls up in here. KDog8658 says, I have lived rural. It gets weird. Yeah, I hear, I mean, in rural places, like, there basically is no, like, you are the law. I feel like in rural places because, like, the police have such a large area to cover that people are kind of just left to fend for themselves. KDog8658 says, oh yeah, in New York, people will confront you in the Bay. You can be an awful neighbor. And as long as it doesn't sound like someone is dying there, nobody cares. That's interesting. Yeah, in New York, people do fucking go crazy with their neighbors and argue and shit. I'm a neighbor. I'm a crazy neighbor, bro. KDog8658 says, especially the East Bay. Interesting. Is it because, like, there's so much noise that no one cares? Or is it, like, people are just private? Like, what is it? Kenson says, is that so real? Dead Parody says, one nation under God. God bless America. That's right. God bless. Kenson says, we don't even share walls and we can hear our neighbors playing video games. You don't even share walls? You can hear them playing video games? They got to turn that shit down, bro. Hong Kong. Apartments for rent. Let's see what else says. Praise be to Allah. Kenson says, Portland is cool. They got that bookstore and Voodoo Donuts. Voodoo Donuts. I have heard of Voodoo Donuts. I miss having a good donut, man. The donut place by my house is Dunkin' Donuts, and they have such rude employees. Dunkin' Donuts employs, like, the rudest employees in New York City. It's crazy. But, yeah, I wish I could go to Voodoo Donuts, bro. Oh, Voodoo Donuts opening in New York City, dog? Nani? They're opening in New York City? When are they opening, bro? They are opening right here? Are they already here, bro? Oh, they are here. Temporarily closed. What the hell, bro? What happened? It's still not open. Waiting since October for this to open. Coming soon. The donuts were molding right when I brought them home. I'm so excited. OMG. When are they going to open, bro? One of us says, my downstairs neighbor back in my dorm would play video games super loudly. I had to put in a warning for that guy. I hope I'm not keeping up any of my neighbors by streaming, but I feel like I stream at an appropriate volume. Hong Kong dollar to USD. So you gotta divide by 10. This is $430, but 170 square feet's fucking crazy, dude. That's insane. KDog865 says, not to be a hater, but everyone I know who moves to Portland has to do that because they managed to cheat. They managed to cheat in a polyamorous relationship and have to start their life over. That's only been 2 people. That's so funny. I remember there was, like, some guy who fucking murdered his girlfriend and fucking moved to Portland and started, like, a new life and had a new girlfriend. And then one day the FBI fucking came to his fucking door and fucking arrested him. And his girlfriend was shook because she had no idea this guy was, like, a wanted murderer. So, yeah, I guess that does seem to be a vibe in Portland, bro. $430 is dirt cheap. Oh, it's 28 HSE. I see. This is what you meant. This is dirt cheap, and I could see why it's dirt cheap, bro. This is actually crazy that this is somewhere you could live. Like, it's literally just this, bro. This is smaller than, like, my office that I'm streaming from. This is literally like a jail cell. and they want to charge you $400 for this shit, bro. Why wouldn't you just go to jail at this point if you're gonna live here? After 11 says ex's family in New York City went to the police over a fence their neighbor installed 30 centimeters over the side of their property. He had it to video it because his parents and the neighbors threw hands over it. Like, New York City neighbors are fucking crazy. As I said, I'm a crazy New York City neighbor. I don't know what it is about New York City that makes people crazy. I think it's because everyone is stressed because they're so tightly packed, and also people feel like if you let people push you around in New York City, then you're the guy who's going to get always pushed around. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. K-Dog 865 says, it's always been a don't start no shit, won't be no shit kind of culture, and even white people here hate the cops, lol. That makes sense. Basically, no snitching. Katzens from us says, in NYC before SF? Betrayal. I don't know what that means. In NYC before SF. Alberto Lemon says, I usually divide by 8 because Hong Kong dollar is pinned to the USD. Alright, divided by 8. It's slightly more expensive, but still. 107. Dude, seriously. You're literally living in jail, bro. Do you even have a kitchen? Like, you don't... Is there, like, a place to cook, bro? Like, this is the kitchen right here, I guess? It's just a sink. You don't even have a place to cook, bro. That's crazy, dude. Alright, this is... divided by 8. This is $3,000, bro. That's expensive, dude. To live like a normal person is $3,000. You have a view of a pool. What does that mean? Do you get to use the pool, or you just have a view of the pool, dude? $3,000 to live like a slightly above average person. Call Jimmy Chung at 966-18307 if you're interested. This is $2,000. That's kind of expensive. Let's look at this. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 13,000 Hong Kong dollars. You could split. You could have a roommate here. See, this is nice. This is nice. This is crazy. This is crazy. Who? You got to lower the price on this one. And then they took a picture of a toilet like this is supposed to mean something. There's not even is there even a shower in here, dude? I don't even think there's a shower in here. You just shit and are sweaty all the time and you don't cook. It's literally like you're in jail. Are they trying to sell a jail cell here? Alter says, bro, I hate this city. Deborah says, this is a jail cell? Yeah. Oh, Voodoo Donuts opening in NYC before SF. But they're still not open. When is Voodoo Donuts opening in NYC? Once else says there's even one in Austin. Never had it, though. It's so funny. It's officially open? 3 days ago? What? Bro. This summer. When it opens in Union Square West this summer. I gotta add it to the fucking list, bro. Hold on. I'm adding to the list. I've got Important Man. Ian McConnell. Your Life Doesn't Count. Cartoon Network. And Voodoo Donuts. Alright. K-Dog 8658 says, check the Peninsula. So expensive. Yeah. Let's do that shit, bro. Sockless says, Scandinavian jail or mad expensive home. Guess her type. I know, right? I'm pretty sure Scandinavian jails are better than this. Come on. If you're going to live here, you literally might as well go to Norway and commit a crime and just live in a jail. And then that'll actually at least be free, bro. And it'll at least come with a bed. This doesn't even come with a bed. You have to fucking sleep on the floor. I bet there's mad hard to get a bed up here, too. There's probably no elevator in this building because it looks old as fuck, dude. The Bay is very expensive. 2K. Well, you could find apartments for 2K in the Bay. Let's look at this one, dude. Where is this? Over here? In the Tenderloin? You can live in the Tenderloin. This nice apartment in the Tenderloin. This apartment actually doesn't look that bad, but it is in the Tenderloin. As her says, Tung Chung select 2 hours from civilization. LOL. Tin Shun Wei. Yeah, I mean that. I guess that's why it's so fucking cheap. As her says that Sham Shu Pu room is cheap because it's in the hood. Sham Shu Pu. Let's find it. Oh, this one? Oh, I see. The person says there's no toilet seat. K-Dog 865 says my neighbors rent their place for like 3K. It's crazy, but it's like 2K on the peninsula for a studio and 2K in East Bay for a two-story condo. Yeah, let's just, let's price range it up. Let's just get everything open. It does look very, it's just expensive, bro. It's just fucking expensive. K-Dog says that's why it's so sad. Am I lame? What are these donuts? I've never heard of these. I mean, I've kind of heard of these donuts, but I'm not that tapped into them. But apparently they're very popular. Customer says it's a voodoo doll, but it's a donut. Once it was this famous donut chain, I don't get the hype, not gonna lie. I like donuts, but donuts are not my favorite food just because it's just like carbs and sugar. It's like I could eat it, but it's like I gotta eat it with something else, you know what I mean? Once it was says I personally copy the address and plug in Google Earth, gives me a good feeling where it is. Kato Ace58 says, OMG, I looked at that apartment years ago. Is it that bad? Check Burlington. After Sutherland says that apartment is pretty though. I totally live there. You saw that exact apartment, bro? It's still on the market, that 2K apartment? That's so funny. That must be a bad place to live, dude. This must be a bad place to live. 615 Leavenworth Street. Let's go to Google Maps, y'all. After Sutherland says that apartment is pretty though. I totally live there. What's making it sub 2K? I mean, what's making it sub 2K is the Tenderloin is literally like right over the text of the Tenderloin in Google Maps. And you do not want to be living in the Tenderloin in SF. I don't want to get canceled, but that's just you do not want to be living here. The street doesn't look so bad right now, but you do not want to be living here, dog. Captain says, OMG, there's an Am I the Asshole guesser. After someone says, there's a what? After someone says, what's the Tenderloin? Let's go to Wikipedia. And maybe maybe Wikipedia can explain the Tenderloin in a way that won't get me canceled. The Tenderloin is a neighborhood in downtown San Francisco, in the flatlands on the southern slope of Nob Hill, situated between the Union Square Shopping District to the northeast and the Civic Center Office District to the southwest. The area has a reputation for crime, homelessness, and open-air drug markets. It is the center of the fentanyl crisis in San Francisco. Tenderloin is also known for the families and communities that have lived in the neighborhood. It is the highest concentration of children in San Francisco, with an estimated 3,000 children in the neighborhood, mostly coming from immigrant families. I didn't know that, dude. But yeah, that is why it's so cheap. Let's go to Am I the Asshole Guesser? Can you guess at the Reddit? Oh, dude, I love listening to Northern Lion rant about Am I the Asshole stuff. Maybe we'll do that shit, bro. Casanova says the worst part of the city. KDog8658 says it was better, honestly, than where we ended up actually renting. Damn. Once in a while says, the neighborhood has stuff where there's a lot of homeless and junkies. Yep, that's about it. The bear says, a cut of beef. It is also a cut of beef. Casanova says, Leavenworth is okay in general, but it does get bad. Where is Leavenworth? KDog8658 says, the Tenderloin isn't so bad these days, but you gotta hug the edges, TBH, LOL. Leavenworth, Washington? Bro, the Tenderloin was such a trip if you haven't heard of it before. KDog8658. I just remember going to the Tenderloin, and like you literally see like 20 dudes on the street just openly selling all types. You know, I didn't ask them what they were selling, but I'm guessing if I went up to them and said, "Hey, sir, could I buy some drugs off you?" they might say yes, which is crazy. Someone else says, "Wait, that's crazy. Those poor kids." Kato858 says, "I lived there when it had more homeless people than it ever had before." Kazan says, "It is giving gentrified though, right? It was looking. I was like, yeah, it doesn't look so bad right now." During the daytime, but it might not be so good later on. Not looking so bad right here. The Google truck came here in the early morning, I guess, before shit started getting wild. KDL8658 says only place with affordable housing, lots of families. Oh, Leavenworth Street. I have heard so long says you're an asshole. Women are individual queens who don't need no man. Yes, slave here. Your boyfriend needed to be taught a lesson. I gotta read. I didn't even read it yet, but I'll read it. Leavenworth Street. I see Leavenworth Street. Oh yeah, that was. Oh wait, this is Leavenworth Street. You were living. Oh, in Leavenworth Street. I see. I'm on Leavenworth Street. Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look so bad during the daytime. They got some nice. I bet this pho 808 is delicious, bro. That corner used to be crazy as hell. Which one? This one or one of these ones back here? Look at this couple. Look at this tourist couple just blissfully unaware strolling around the Tenderloin. They fucking just blew in from Kansas. Like, oh, let's explore the city, honey. Let's just walk around. No problem. Yeah, it does look like, looks like the start of a beautiful day in the Tenderloin. KDL8658 says, I stood in line there at Galai Church for food because I moved there in my car, rip my broke life in my condo era. Honestly sounds like a memory, dude. Sounds like a core memory. I bet you can look back on it with, and appreciate how far you've come. Once Casson Forever says that shorts and the purse. I know, right? And the hipster hat too. They were just having a good old time. Just exploring the city. Alright, let's look at Am I the Asshole? Would I be the asshole if I gave my boyfriend a taste of his own medicine? My boyfriend has a bad habit of referring to women as females. Last night I corrected him twice and explained to him it bothers me because it's othering women. First of all, before we continue, is it othering women to refer to women as females? Because female is just another word for woman. I guess you could say that female is like, it's like male with fee in front. But woman is just men with what in front. You know what I mean? There it is, Lamau. Alright, what's going on here? Is othering woman, like, it's, I guess she's saying, like, it's objectifying woman. Is it objectifying women to refer to women as females? I feel like I wouldn't be offended if a woman called me a male. I feel like I honestly wouldn't be offended. I'm not even trying to be like, oh, I wouldn't be bothered by it. I feel like it's the same thing. Anyway, let's continue. KDog865 says, oh god, lol, this poor girl. The bear says, nah, it's weird, but it's not othering. It is weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, I wouldn't be like, this female. You know what I mean? Okay, that's true. It is weird, but I don't think it's, like, offensive. He might just be a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? He's probably just a fucking weirdo. Once in a while, says, you're the asshole. Femoids are a unique subspecies of human. Kesson Forever says, yeah, it's not great to call women females unless you call men males. Males. Like, I don't even know what... I don't even, like, when do you I don't even know when I refer to woman. Like, I'm not walking around being like, woman. You know what I mean? I'm not walking around being like, woman, why are women always blah, blah, blah. I feel like I would get canceled if I walked around using the word woman casually. Especially females. You know what I mean? KDog8658 says, most men I meet who say females like they say it for a slur. LOL. That's true. But it's saying, like, if he's just referring to women as females, if in a normal sentence he was to say woman, but he instead said females, it would be weird. But I don't think it's othering. I think it is weird. You guys are right. It is weird. Casavaro says exactly. If he's saying it like a slur, that is weird. But it sounds like he's not saying it as a slur. It sounds like he's just used to saying, I don't know. I don't know where the fuck this guy grew up. Maybe English isn't his first language. He just refers to women as females. Albertus Sylvain says some Manosphere say females. That's why it sounds derogatory. Sockles's double click. Captain Survivor says, yeah, I don't know, depending on context, I might be offended. KDog8658 says, I think you just don't know enough douchebags, which is good. Captain Survivor says, she's not the asshole he is. Albertus Sylvain says, he doesn't like it when I swear. Is he her dad? Okay, I gotta read ahead. I feel like we don't have enough context right here. If he is going like these females, that's offensive. If he just says female, like if there's a study about women, and then he just says, oh, this study is about females, that is weird. Anyway, let's continue. He told me he's not going to change his vocabulary, and that rubbed me the wrong way. This isn't the first time I've told him this bothers me, but this is the first time I've explained why. He doesn't like it when I swear, and I've been doing my best to be mindful of what I say and correcting myself when I slip up. I like to add that if he referred to men as males alongside her referring women as females, then I wouldn't be bothered by this. Oh, so he doesn't refer to men as males, but he refers to women as females. So, right, would I be the asshole if I started swearing again? I don't think she would be the asshole if she started swearing again. Who the fuck cares? I think she should just start swearing again anyway. Regardless of this post. Who the fuck says she can't swear? If he doesn't like it when she swears, she also doesn't like it when he refers to them as females. So it's like, whatever. Who cares? Cassius Frog says, yeah, she should dump him LMAO. I'll be that Redditor. See, this guy does sound like a weirdo. He doesn't like it when someone swears and he refers to women as females. Who is this guy? And he doesn't refer to men as males. This guy's a fucking weirdo. Once he says, LOL, sometimes you get when people curse too much, but it's definitely weird to enforce a no cursing rule or something. Well, I'm going to say she is not the asshole. Her swearing again almost has nothing to do with it. And like, even if she were to start swearing, like, even if her boyfriend didn't do all this weird shit and she started swearing again, I wouldn't say she's the asshole. You know what I mean? She's not the asshole. K-Dog865 yeah, I would just say, why are you cussing so much right now? Tell someone not to do it, period. Cousin says, agree, fuck that shit. Dead person says, I agree. I've heard something says, or they should break up instead of playing dumb games. Just an idea. That's so true. That's so true. Each other. Enough. It sounds like they're not compatible. You know what I mean? They're not on the same wavelength. Strajowski says, hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream, Strajowski. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to the stream. We're just guessing if people are the asshole. And then we'll see where the stream takes us. So we'll probably be doing an open guesser after this and then wrapping it up. Casting for says, I like this dole. That's right. Thank you for whoever suggested it. I believe it was Katzins who suggested this. Whoever suggested it, thank you very much. That's right, everyone. Welcome, Snujowski. Welcome, Snujowski. Welcome. Alright, here we go. Am I the asshole for hiding toilet paper from my boyfriend? This is as ridiculous as it sounds. Am I the asshole for hiding toilet paper from my boyfriend? My immediate gut response is yes, because toilet paper, you shouldn't be hiding toilet paper from people. Whatever the problem is, you should probably talk with him about it, but let's see. There's obviously been a toilet paper shortage, as all the memes and tweets show. Okay, this is during the pandemic. Yes, everyone's saying it's a good game suggestion. Oh, it was on the list? I didn't even realize it was on the list. Oh yeah, a TA guesser. Good. Thank you, Cat Sims. Alright. Alright, this is a pandemic. Well, my boyfriend's blessed grandma bought us 2 big Costco packs, so we'd be set for a while without having to worry. Well, because of this, I started to pay more attention to how much toilet paper we're going through, and I was astonished to see how much toilet paper my boyfriend goes through in a day. Alright, before we continue, I gotta say, I feel like I use a lot of toilet paper. This might be TMI, But I use the Charmin toilet paper. The Charmin toilet paper is like kind of thick, so even though the roll is the same size as like a smaller toilet paper, as a thinner toilet paper, I feel like I go through it faster than I would with a thin toilet paper, because each like thing of toilet paper, there's not as much toilet paper in it as the thin toilet paper. So I could kind of understand maybe using too much toilet paper. I could understand. And sometimes, the toilet paper, you fucking wipe your ass, there's shit on it. You wipe your ass again, there's still shit on it. You gotta keep wiping it until there's no shit on it. It might take longer than you expect. Who knows? Alright. K.865 says, what could be the purpose of this? Can you not afford it? Alright, I haven't read up. I gotta catch up to see how people say. K.858 says, I use Costco brand. The Costco brand toilet paper is very thin, so I could see how she could be surprised at how, you shouldn't be going through Costco toilet paper that fast, because Costco toilet paper is thin. It should last you a while. Once Glass says, I'm just saying bidets are worth investing in. I don't have a bidet. I will say, once again, this might be TMI. Most of the time when I poop in my house, in my apartment, I will shower right after. Even if it's like a 10-second shower, I don't want poop on my butt. It's gross. I can't imagine walking around 8 hours a day with like a fleck of poop in my butt. It sounds nasty. A great analogy I heard is like, imagine you got toilet paper on your arm and then you wipe it off with a fucking piece of toilet paper. Your arm is still going to have a little bit of peanut butter. Hello, are we back? All right, sorry, I was so hype. I smacked the thing out of my mic. Anyway, once again, says bidets are so useful. You can control the pressure. Do you have to like connect? Snarowski says bidets for the win. Kevin says, does he have IBS? Snarowski says, I know Charmin toilet paper from Legally Blonde. One roll a day. How much he shitting? All right, I gotta re-forward. But bidets are the way. KDog8658 says, sometimes I just be thinking about too much stuff and I rip off way more than is necessary. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you just use too much toilet paper. It's understandable. Dead Paradise says, yeah, I don't have a bidet, but I just shower and clean out. If you buy a bidet, like, do you have to, like, connect it to, like, the plumbing? That's, like, my thing with bidets. I haven't, like, researched too much in the bidets, but I feel like it would be kind of a hassle to set up, because doesn't it need, like, a source of water? I don't want a bidet, like, connected to, like, a fucking like pool of water that I like get from the sink. That sounds gross. K.A658 says, shame me, but I use flushable wipes. I have Taylor Swift Lemon says, Intramad has good hygiene. Honestly, not overkill. Thank you. I love Taylor Swift. Flushable wipes? There are flushable wipes, bro? Flushable wipes are pre-moistened cloths. I didn't even know this existed. I thought this was just for dogs, bro. Like I use this to wipe my dog's penis after he pees. There's this for humans, bro. How much does this cost, dude? 5 cents a count? It's not so bad, but I also feel like it would be weird to stick a wet paper in my butt. You know what I mean? I feel like I would just like to shower afterwards. Guess he got too excited about bidets. Mid poop anecdote. I think he uses toilet water. Toilet water? That sounds kind of gross. Although I guess I read somewhere that the toilet is actually one of the cleanest places in the house, because like you close the lid and like dust and dirt doesn't get into it. But anyway, Sarcy says, I think there are bidets you can have to taps, so maybe you don't need to change your plumbing. That would be very interesting. Dylan Sandals says, dry dust ain't that big a deal. Dry dust ain't that big a deal. I think if you wipe your butt good, if you're referring to, all right, now we're really getting into hairy territory. I think it's just hard to get your butt clean sometimes with just toilet paper, but I understand. Y'all should Google London Fatbergs. That sounds scary. I'm not going to Google it right now, but maybe later. Chaos says other ones are not genuinely flushable. Still depends on your plumbing system. Yeah, that's true. See? Like, sometimes, yeah, I don't want to fuck up my plumbing. Get myself in trouble. And yes, obviously, if I'm not at home, I can't shower after a poop. So I feel like it would be nice. But, dude, can you imagine if bidets were, like, in restaurant bathrooms in America? That would just be so fucking chaotic. Like, American bathrooms are already so disgusting. If you added the ability for Americans to spray poop water all over the place, it would be fucking crazy. Yeah, hairy territory is a great pun. All right, let's continue with the AITA. At least one entire roll in a 24-hour period? That is too much. That's when I decided to hide one pack for myself and leave the other pack out so he could take from it. Good thing I did, because now he's completely out of toilet paper and I started asking me where I keep my stash. I'll obviously share the TP with him, but I give him one roll at a time. No way in hell am I letting him use all my TP so I can find out at the most critical of times and have to use paper towels on my bum. Am I the asshole for not telling him where it is? Edit. So I don't have to reply the same thing to everyone. I have no clue I managed to go through a roll a day. And every time I ask, he just replies, I keep wiping and it's still there? Dude, just get in the shower after. Wouldn't it be easier? Like, you would actually save time getting in the shower after your poop than, like, continuously wiping. That sounds so painful to wipe your ass for an entire roll of toilet paper until it's clean. That's crazy. Castle from says this is why we need bidets. KDog825 says, okay, now my gross reaction is kicking in. Right? That's why I'm saying we can't have nice things in America. It's crazy. Dead Paris says the shit water will be everywhere. Castle from says there's one in Palo Alto, restaurant with a bidet. Also, says this guy's a loose butt. This man is shitting too much. There's a Palo Alto bidet restaurant? Palo Alto is different because, like, Palo Alto is bougie. You know what I mean? For a premium dining experience complete with high-tech Japanese bidets, the best spot in Palo Alto is Nobu Restaurant. Nobu has a bidet? That's crazy, bro. Does Nobu in Palo Alto have a bidet? Nobu's different because it's very bougie. You know what I mean? Well, it's a hotel. Interesting. Well, is she the asshole for hiding toilet paper from her boyfriend? I think Reddit would say she is not the asshole. I feel like, I don't think she's an asshole. Is it like maybe a little like, you know, not being the best girlfriend ever? Yeah. But that doesn't mean she's an asshole. She's not the asshole. Yeah, not the asshole. Joshie says no one's the asshole, they just need a bidet. Right? I don't think he's an asshole either. I don't think there's a lot of, you know, no one's really behaving badly there. It's just a weird situation. That Perry says, poor guy, I feel sorry for him. Me too. KDog858 says, it's kind of nice that they just have a logistical bathroom issue instead of some major drama. Right? Normally, see, this one sounds like it's going to be major drama. Am I the asshole for continuing an argument with my stepmom on what I call her? This sounds like it's going to be some major drama. After 11 says, I don't know how I feel about public bidet though. Definitely in New York City, you could not have a public bidet. New York City, those bidets would be, those bathrooms. New York City bathrooms are already terrible. You would think adding bidets would make it cleaner. No. You would then have poop water all over the walls, bro. Cousin Roses, there's a Greek place with a bidet too. Palo Alto's so bougie, dude. Talkless says, as an immature person, I'm loving all this poop talk. We love the poop. Everyone's agreeing. He needs to go to the doctor. He does need to go to the doctor. Or he just needs to step in the shower. After you don't even need a bidet, bro. You just need to step in the shower and clean your butt. As my mother would say, eat more veggies. That's right. Drink some smoothies, bro. Drink some smoothies. Everybody says these titles, right? This is. At first I thought this says, am I the asshole for continuing an argument with my stepmom or whatever I call her. That would be crazy. But anyway, let's read it. My 23 female stepmom married my dad when I was 8. Things were fine at first until one point when I was 10. She told me she would be the best mom to me, and I responded with I wasn't looking for a replacement mom, but she was a good stepmom. Pretty much all the time since then, she has pushed for me to call her mom while I always call her stepmom, and to her face I use her name. She said it's a respect thing, that my mom was in her life for 5 years before she died, and she was in my life longer, and she has done everything to treat me as hers, and the fact I don't feel the same is hurtful and disrespectful. This is still an ongoing fight today. She is obviously not the asshole, bro. Come on. You can't force someone to call you her mom, especially if her mom fucking died, dude. That's actually disrespectful on your part to tell her that you should be her mom. That's so mean. Sockless says, have you been to the public bathroom inside Columbus Park? I have nightmares from there. I have been there. Honestly, that bathroom is not even like a particularly bad bathroom to me. I would say that is like a pretty typical average New York City bathroom. I've seen much worse bathrooms, but yes, I have been there. You're talking about the one in Chinatown, right? I have been there. I've peed in there. It was fine. I can imagine though having to use a toilet in there would be traumatizing. I try my best to not poop when I'm outdoors in New York City, because I do not want to be going in a stall and seeing what's in there. KDog8658 says, anyone here been in the Oakland Coliseum BART station at 3 a.m.? Because that changed me as a person. I haven't been there. I've only been in BART. I think I've only been in BART once during normal hours. What did you see, dude? What did you see? That's crazy. I've got no more water left, dude. So we got to wrap up the stream before my voice dies. Once Gaval says, I've done something similar and I explained it in the Discord. It was when I went to New Jersey for the first time. Oh, yeah. He did describe... Once Gaval did describe that. Who knows, man? Maybe that's what got you in trouble, dude. Once again, you gotta be PG-12. KDog8658 says, my mom died when I was young. I'm sorry to hear about KDog8658. I hope you find peace and happiness in your life, dude. And there are a lot of weird adults who try to fill that role without my consent. It's a thing. I feel that's just so disrespectful. You know what I mean? That's just very disrespectful, and like hurt and disrespectful is how, you know, the narrator probably feels that this woman is trying to force her to call her her mom. In fact, if she didn't fucking try so hard to force her to call her her mom, maybe she would be nicer to her. But she's still fucking mean about it. My dad told me I need to stop fighting her on this, and it wouldn't hurt me to call her mom and accept that she's been my mom for the last 15 years. Am I the asshole? She's obviously not the asshole, dude. Come on. Are you crazy? She's not the asshole. Just for us is not at 3 a.m. I enjoy living. KDog85 says, I got lost. It was bad. I was so underslept. I'm glad you made it out, dude. Unless you're still stuck in the BART station at 3 a.m. Sounds like you made it out. I'm glad to hear that. S.A.? Isn't this Colombia, dude? Shakira? Alright, since we're on Open Guesser, we are indeed wrapping up the stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on stream. I had a wonderful time. And yeah, thank you for joining me. We'll be back next week at our regularly scheduled time of 12 p.m. Today's stream was a little late because Moose had to go to the vet. And now Moose is sleeping very peacefully. In fact, he's sleeping so peacefully. I want to show y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to... No, you guys don't want to see me. I want to see Moose. Look at him. Look. So peaceful. He was a very good boy today at the vet. He got his shots. He didn't freak out. He was very good. Alter Salone says, once I go into a public bathroom, I immediately feel the need to shower. Public bathrooms are crazy, bro. KDog8658 says, it's like 5 levels, and when you go to the lowest level of a station of 3 a.m., it's like cracks, smoke, and inequity everywhere you look. Literally hurts to breathe down there. That's crazy. 3 a.m. is a crazy time to be there. At least in New York City, shit doesn't get that crazy at night because everyone is out and about, or like I feel New York City generally just has the same vibe all the time. Obviously, you don't want to be out at 3 a.m. in New York City, but it's generally not going to be crack smoke and inequity. Hasm says, I enjoy breathing. Alfredo Silvan says, maybe it's worse in America. You don't see random druggies or that many homeless people. Yeah, it is. It is worse in America. Open guesser. It's a swift transition. That's right. We gotta get up in here, bro. We've been streaming. I'm out of water, dude. My voice is about to die. Kidog 8258 says it's still 3 a.m. here. Damn, dude. 3 a.m. Night's just getting started. Oh yeah, K-Dog, you moved to the UK, huh? You used to be in the Bay, then you moved to the UK. I respect it, dude. That's very cool. I've been mentioning on previous streams, like if I was less of a normie, if I was more of a brave person, I would move to like out of a country, because I feel like America can crazy in America. But yeah. Cancer says no. Is he okay? He is okay. He just had to get a shot so he could go to the groomers and get his hair cut, because again, very hot. What's the says 1v1 or 2v2 open guesser? Moose. How do I 1v1 you on open guesser? One skills of all. Do I send you a link or something? Competition. Create. First of all, let's see where we are here, bro. K-Dog 8658 says, no, I just moved right back here, LOL. You moved back to the Bay? Oh, you're just visiting the UK. I see. Or are you just visiting the UK? I'm assuming, or who knows? You don't have to answer that question. I respect your privacy, K-Dog 8658. That's very interesting. Any other dulls we could do, man? I think it would be fun if there was a LinkedIn dull. Actually, okay, let's do this one. We might do one more dull, and we'll come back to Open Guesser, and then wrap up the stream. RES, Tradicion and Carnes. I do believe this is Colombia. Bercy and Brunch. This is a nice part of town, man. Looks kind of nice. Looks like a kind of nice place for a stroll, y'all. Fecha dobles. What's the says menu then multiplayer for Open Guesser. K-Dog 8658 says I was never there, LOL. Oh, I see. I assumed you were from the UK because Dead Paradise is in your same time zone. but you're probably just somewhere else. Like I said, I respect the privacy. Once of all says this is very Brazil-esque. See, I thought it was Colombia, but it could be Brazil. Policia de Ciudad. This is Spanish though, bro. Siempre rico. It's always rich. Bimbo. This is funny. Tienda de Cafe. I think this is Colombia. Menu then multiplayer. Right, let's go with Colombia. No. It was Argentina in Buenos Aires. Multiplayer? I see. Duel. Custom join? Oh no, custom host. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, before we do this, I'm going to do one more chess, or one more toll, bro. I'll close my eyes and pick one, bro. Circle moon puzzle? Nah, fuck that shit, bro. I'm trying to do a dull, not do homework, bro. Favorites? Oh, let's do Food Guesser, bro. Food Guesser's a classic, dude. Kato 865 says, LMAO, I'm still in the Coliseum part and it's 3 a.m. Oh, I see. Sorry. I didn't get the joke. I'm stupid, bro. I'm sorry. No, fuck Food Guesser. Scrandle is where it's at, bro. Scrandle is where it's at. A free hot dog given to me after a mix-up with an order at New York Mets tonight. Yes, it turned out to just be a bun. Well, obviously not that, then. Oh, wait. I wanted to scran, bro. Pulled pork and gravy or burgers and kebabs? Burgers and kebabs, bro. Let's go. Kiddo8058 says, I fantasize about moving to Italy, though. Italy would be nice. I feel like they might be a little racist to me in Italy. But that's okay. Fish and chips buddy. This looks gross, dude. That fish doesn't look like the right color. Loaded chips for the win. I like to visit Italy for sure. Eat some pizza, bro. Soul birdie sub. Or a hot dog. This just looks like a classic hot dog. Maybe people prefer this, although it does look like it looks like shit to me. I'm gonna go with this one. People prefer the shit. I get it. It's a unique flavor. I would prefer the hot dog. A Big Daddy hot dog or a burger. The fact that it's $9, I think they do factor the price in. So let's go with this one. Fuck my life, bro. KDog8258 says, Scrandle sounds like a name for a son that you hate. Hey, this is my son, Scrandle. It does sound like that. Here's my normal son, Randall. And the son I hate, Scrandle. I like the fries. But I also like mac and cheese. People don't like the fries? Interesting, bro. Burger or hot dog? Gotta be the classic burger. People don't like this hot dog. I mean, it looks like a fine to me, bro. Rock's Burger, bro? This looks nasty. This egg doesn't look right, bro. Once else says both of these look good. One says these are all American food. They're like stadium foods. People like this egg, bro. This egg, that egg doesn't look right on a sandwich, bro. It's literally a piece of shit, or a fucking piece of shit with mold on it and mashed potatoes. I guess I would go with the piece of shit. Nope, wrong. Dead Parrot says, "What is this game? LOL." It's Scrandle. You pick different scrans from Folkestone Invictus FC or Arniston Rangers. There's got to be this. Let's fucking go. All right, we did it. I'm gonna play One Skills of All in One Skills of Losing in Open Guesser, and we'll call it a stream, or maybe not a One Skills of All. Whoever joins this first will be the person I play. So here's the code. Whoever wants to join and play me. One Skills of All. If you lose out on this, I'm sorry. You gotta be quicker on the draw. Alturslifton11 says, when I eat nachos, my parents say, so you eat unhealthy food, but you make it even more unhealthy and American by adding cheese. This is why Americans are so fat. I feel like if you're eating unhealthy food, you might as well go all the way and eat it so it's delicious. You know what I mean? I feel like if you eat unhealthy food, like, I don't get sweet potato fries, because I feel like sweet potato fries is like you get the worst of both worlds. It's fried, and then it's sweet potatoes, which is disgusting. Hey, no stream sniping One Skills of All. I'm not even gonna mention where I am so I could fucking kick One Skills of All ass. I know where we are, dude. If my fucking mouse would cooperate and let me pick where we are, dude. Where is this fucking place, bro? It's somewhere. I feel like I know exactly where is this place, bro. I don't know where exactly this place is. It's somewhere here, though. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock it into here, bro. I don't know where this is. Once in a while, says USDA allows a lot of additives. I didn't even know that shit, bro, but I believe it's true. Dead Paradise says it was close to Glendale. God damn it! I'm surprised you know what Scran is. That's what all my Northern Line watching gets me is that I know what Scran is. Where's my fucking mouse, bro? Oh. Oh, we're starting. Here we go. Land of the Red 40, home of the brave. It's Scrandle, our son we hate. Where could this be, bro? I can't even describe where we are because it's PvP. Sockless says, OMG, first ever PvP in the introverse. That's right. Alright, I gotta lock in. I'm gonna read the messages after I lock in where we are. Let's go on this street. We're gonna get some clues on this street from where we are. There's a lot of clues here. I'm gonna get this fucked up. This is where, if this is where One Skills of All is gonna crush me here. I'm actually not entirely sure where we are. I'm gonna say here, bro. I'm sure. Oh my god, what a clutch! Absolutely clutch, bro. I was totally random. That was pretty good. The Bear says Intromat is clued in all the British culture. That's right. It's coming home. It's coming home. Oh, what's good? Alright, where could we be, bro? Fucking random dirt road. Here we go. This is the dirt road of destiny. Who's going to be better at picking the dirt road? This is actually what it's going to come down to right here. What could this be, bro? And I'm totally going to look at the name of the road and cheat. Because this is no holds barred here. There's a military vehicle here. I'm going to just guess fucking here, bro. For now. We're going to try and figure that out. The Bear says he's doing a gamer lean. That's right. He's got to lock in, bro. It says PvP Intromat and the first one is in CA. I know, right? It was a little too easy. It said Dodger Stadium. Literally said Dodger Stadium. Oh my god, look at these military dudes, bro. The Google truck is just driving by this military right here. I feel like it's probably something like this, bro. I'm not sure. Alright, close enough. Close enough. K-Dog 8658 says my cat wanted you guys to know that. Thank you, cat. No! Congrats, One Skills of All. Congrats. Congrats. You did a great job. You crushed me on that dirt road. Good job. Sockless says, cute kitty cat. Dead Paradise says, sweet potato slander is crazy. I actually hate sweet potato fries. Sweet potatoes are okay. I hate sweet potato fries. K-Dog 8658 says, sweet potato slander hurts my feelings. Yeah, I hate sweet potato fries, bro. Sweet potato fries and whole wheat buns. If you serve me a hamburger on a whole wheat bun with sweet potato fries, I'm actually like, why did you cook this, bro? You literally might as well have just given me a salad, because now I'm having the worst of both worlds. I'm having an unhealthy meal that tastes bad. Fuck sweet potato fries. Alright. It's going to be a stream, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm just going to watch the last messages trickle in before I end the stream. But thank you all so much for watching me. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your Saturday nights or Sunday mornings, depending on your time zone. But I had a great time here. Dead Perry says, One Skills of All is a cutting open guesser goblin. I know. Good job, One Skills of All. Tyler says, congrats, One Skills. You did a great job. One Skills says, it said Abuja on the road, and I knew wherever that was. You got me, bro. You got my ass on that dirt road. That's my weakness. Dirt roads, bro. Tyler says, sweet potato fries are just compensation fries. If you're going to be unhealthy, go all the way. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to put the cheese on the nachos, put the cheese on the fries, and potato fries. None of this sweet potato fry bullshit. Once in a while says, yeah, I don't like sweet potatoes in general. I like sweet potato fries. I like sweet potatoes. I don't like sweet potato fries. That probably says sweet potato fries are nice. Catherine says, thanks for a fun stream. I know, I had a great time. Thank you all for joining me. So fun. We're fucking still streaming, bro. You know, I wasn't planning for it to be this long, but fuck, slap it was so fun. I punched my fucking mic out, my fucking mic cable out as I was ranting about bidets. K-Dog says, yeah. Alter11 says, thank you, Intro Mad. I had fun. I know hearts. Gen Z hearts. Millennial hearts. Great time. Yaku Nana 8252 says, hello, friend. How did you get into Stanford University? Can you tell me about your background and all of its secrets, strategies, and tips to help you get admitted? All right, this is exactly the type of thing I'm here to answer, Yakuna 8252. And before you ask, Yakuna 8252, because this is no, I'm not currently a software engineer, but I'm trying to get a job. Anyway, how do you get into Stanford University? Here's the you don't need to know my background. Here's the secret strategies and tips. Step 1, get really good grades in school. Step 2, get a really high score on the SAT. Step 3, do extracurriculars to show you have a personality. So like you could play the piano or you could play a sport. Step 4, get good recommendations from your teacher. Step 5, interview and roll a natural 20 on your interview and swag it out. And those are the steps. Honestly, like 90% of it is getting good grades and a good SAT score and doing extracurriculars. So if you do that shit and you're good at that shit, it might be good. Anyway, Sokla says, thank you for your stream once again. I had a great Sunday morning. No better way to start Sunday. That's right. Next week we'll be back to our regularly scheduled time of 12 p.m. to fucking, I don't know, to be regular. But anyway, Dead Paradise is amazing stream. The best stream in Trump's voice. I can't do a Trump voice. I'm not a good Trump voice guy. Once it was a good stream. Now I gotta be silent on Discord until I get unbanned. K-Dog 8 says, savory sweet rice with Japanese mayo. Season is very blah. I do love Japanese mayo. I gotta get some Japanese mayo in my house, bro. Some of that QP mayo. Just Lemon says, not to Stanford kid. It's okay. I accept it. I accept that it's my destiny until the end of time to answer on stream. Are you a software engineer? And how do I get into Stanford? That's just my destiny until the heat death of the universe to be answering those questions on stream. I've accepted my fate. I'm happy with it. What's else is also a lot of luck. It is a lot of luck, bro. How to intro Matt afford Stanford? Low key, fucking financial aid, bro. Stanford is very expensive. All right, that's the stream, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a great time. Once again, hearts. We'll end it with a picture of Moose. Oh no, Moose is gone. Oh, Moose is right here. There's my old mattress. There's Moose. You can't see his face because my chair's. Let me get out the way, bro. Hold on. Oh my god. Why can I not do this, bro? There he is. Say goodbye to the people, Moose. Alright, that's the stream, everyone. That's right, Gen Z Hearts. Alright, that's right. Alright. That's the stream, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a great time. Everyone, stay safe, stay sane. I'll catch you next time. Peace.